I heard Curtis Lewa in that promo. Little Curtis Lewa was scared in court yesterday.
Oh, what happened?
There's your tough guy.
Mafioso.
Opie and Dopey. Yeah, you're real brave, but man, when you were in court yesterday, you were shaking like a leaf.
What happened? I missed that.
Rumor has it that John Gotti Jr. might have said a thing or two. They were in court together yesterday.
Hey, did he wet his pants?
Huh?
Did he wet his pants right there? You don't want the Gottis talking ill of you.
No, that's not a good thing.
It's in the paper, but, Sliwa's all brave and yells and screams all the time. And then, he's faced with a real man in court, and he shook like a leaf. Where's the story?
When those guys,
started singing like a
bird.
Oh,
when they try to shoot you in a cab.
Yeah, I understand all
jump
that,
out
but
the window.
you know what?
Oh, fantastic. What a story.
Oh, they shoot through your hand.
Yeah.
Bill Burr in studio, taking over for Jimmy, who's on his way to Florida. For
The relief pitcher's in.
That's right.
Middle relief.
Had to go to the bullpen.
No, we're going to the end with you, Bill.
Yeah.
This is yours to lose.
No closers.
This is yours to lose. Here you go.
Yeah, they're tired. Those arms are tired. We got to go with you till 11. Bill Burr punchline, July 13th.
Yes.
That's my sister Dawnie's birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, so the punchline, great comedy club out there in San Francisco for Bill Burr. Just go to BillBurr.com for all his dates.
Billy Burr.
Right?
Although I don't have that one up yet. That's a new one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We were very happy for you. First comedian on Conan O'Brien. We were excited. We were here playing the appearance and everything.
Oh, I wanted to thank you guys for that. I never tell anybody whenever I'm doing those because you never know how they're going to go. And if you saw the first, say, good 48 seconds of that set, was a little rough up front.
Really?
I didn't think so. It played perfect on the radio. It's funny you don't want to tell anyone, like you're doing an internet radio show and you're trying something out. You're on national TV.
Yeah, but you know something?
First week.
Dude, with all the channels and people can TiVo, and you're lucky if half your family sees it within the first week. They're like, yeah, I taped it. I haven't seen it yet. Going to watch it with my girl and blah, 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 blah. But
days go by, and then people are like, hey, I just saw you last night. I had a TiVo'd or DVR'd or something. And you're like, oh, yeah, what?
Yeah, no.
What appearance?
Yeah, no, it ended up going great, and everybody was happy with it, so I was psyched. But I got to send you, I deleted it off my phone. I got to bring it in. Some lady just trashing me about what I was wearing.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, some people, they freak out if every time I go on, I do one of those shows and I'm wearing a suit, people lose their mind.
Why?
Because they say you're a button-down shirt, blue jeans, blue-collar guy, kind of fucking. It's like I'm on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want to look, the part.
But something happened there where if you go on a late-night TV show, you got to wear, a jacket now. What happened?
I think you always did, unless you were Burt
really?
Reynolds.
Yeah.
And he could come out and dump milk down the front of Johnny Carson's pants or whatever the hell he did.
Doesn't matter. He got away with anything.
Yeah.
He just kick Johnny in the nuts and leave. Yeah.
He just started laughing.
At least it was a woman commenting on what you're wearing. We have fans that comment on what we're wearing, and they're guys.
Guys can't
why
stop.
the fuck do you give a shit what I'm wearing? You're a guy. You're not supposed to give a shit about what I'm wearing.
Yeah, guys.
I
or
don't
they comment about your hair or something.
Those shoes, dude. What are you doing? It's like, unless it's completely, unless you're like Voss walking around with that stupid fucking fag bag that he
it's
walks
got to be
around
something completely ridiculous.
Yeah,
over the
unless
top.
it's way over the top.
Right.
When you're just wearing like a suit jacket or something, and some jeans, shoes, you're just like any normal human being that wants to kind of look nice, and you go out there and people are like, what were you wearing, Dick? What was that, a fucking blazer? What do you...
Oh, yeah.
It's like, no.
I get creeped out. I'm like, wow, guys really give a shit about what I'm wearing.
Fashion sense.
I always get that. And then people, that's the internet. They literally, last time I did Letterman, people were ripping me. This guy ripped me about the way I shook Dave's hand. Just really?
Cock? What'd you do? That was so...
Well, why don't you show me the picture when you shook David Letterman's hand?
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll compare.
Yeah, how did you do it? Exactly.
Right.
It just gets to that.
God damn right.
Dude, they're haters.
I was
they're not
sitting there
real
with me and
fans.
my friends, and, we weren't really laughing, so that's the litmus test. Really? First of all, how many people use litmus test? They don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But
do they still do that?
Well,
do they
yeah,
make
if
litmus paper?
Yeah, if 2 to 3 million people are watching something, you and your 3 douchebag friends are not the litmus test.
No.
You're 3 douchebags in a fucking living room.
I like to focus on the people that like me. I mean, call me crazy. I mean, the haters will always be there. They're not real fans whatsoever. They're just not.
Yeah.
You are not a suit guy. I love wearing a suit.
Yeah.
I like sitting in first class, getting away from the riffraff.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right?
I know nothing about plumbing. Don't let the accent fool you.
Blue collar guy.
That's literally what they said. Blue collar guys don't wear suits on Monday. That's what this person wrote.
What the fuck is their problem?
And what was the problem with the David Letterman handshake?
Oh, I think I went out. It's one of those deals. We went to shake his hand. I kind of like I
missed a little bit.
Yeah,
or whatever?
I missed a little bit.
That happens in regular
Went up
life.
a little higher.
Yeah.
But that happens.
No, and the dude froze it on the TV screen. I know all you listeners are going to be showing it on
Twittered it.
like,
You know what? That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I mean, fair is fair. It's kind of funny that he froze it. See right here.
If he was trying to be funny, it would be funny.
Right.
He probably was sincerely like, what a fucking asshole
See,
Bill is.
I'm definitely a fan of throwing someone under the bus.
Yeah.
Don't get confused. But
well, then you'd
but
love
then-
the people who email
No,
me.
but then there's the haters
Yeah.
that have. It's not about throwing you under the bus. They just want to. They're just not your fans.
Well, this is what
That's the difference.
anybody who trashes you, what they always have to do, first of all, they have to establish credibility for themselves first. And they always go like, I'm known to have a great sense of humor. You know?
Yeah.
I'm a great laugher. I've loved everything that you've done. I've been a fan of yours since blah, 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 blah. But
there it is.
And the
when
butts
you-
in capital letters.
yeah, last night or 2 months ago when you did this, that sucked. All
Don't
right.
you-
Thank you.
Don't you? Isn't it amazing how you can predict that butt coming when people say something? It always does it. I blah 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 blah, and then you're like, all right, just bring it on. Mm-hmm. But there it is. There it is.
Dude, those emails used to really, really fuck me up.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
I wasn't ready for them.
Yep.
I'm on stage, took a while, but once you build that up, you can handle it on stage.
Right.
But you're just sitting at home, you're going to eat an English muffin, you're just sitting there in the morning. You're not ready for it.
It's like I'm not ready to be heckled at home as I'm eating.
Defense shields are down.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
kicked right to the
Our
chest.
shields are down. We'll raise them.
But why is that? Because I mean, I guarantee in that same email bunch was a hell of a lot of people praising you. But
Oh,
it
no,
takes
no,
that-
yeah, no. I got
it takes
I got
that
a ton
one
of
dumb
good-
idiot.
Dude, how many years did we fucking go through it where you're like, I don't really care, but you fucking cared. Like, I know it was just like, oh my God, this is annoying. The pitch, I want to reach through. I want to strangle this motherfucker. And there's nothing you can do about it. Now it's like, when you really reach that point where you're like, wow, I really don't care. That's kind of cool. It's like this newfound freedom that
I
you
actually
get.
save them. I just
Yeah,
have, I
they
have a
are,
file
'cause
called
now they're
hate mail.
funny. Yeah, hate mail.
Oh, I had somebody call me a redheaded mongoloid. Mongoloid is just so fucking funny. I couldn't even get mad. And then I literally looked it up, like, what is mongoloid?
Mongoloid.
It comes from, like, people call it Mongolia.
The
and-
Mongols.
Yeah.
They had that look that was then mistaken for the classic features of Down syndrome. The kind of almost almond eyes. So they called them mongoloids. Isn't that amazing?
Not
Yeah.
really. All right, why don't we get into some shit?
Yeah.
Good to see you, Bill.
Good to see you
what-
guys,
what-
too.
what do
You're always looking good.
What?
I'm not saying you're not. I mean, I don't know what he's doing. He's
What?
I don't know. You cleaned yourself up
Got
there.
himself
You got
a
a little
haircut. He
haircut.
shaved.
I'm keeping the hair shorter.
You're
I had a cancer.
dropping some
I had a
pounds.
cancer scare, so now I'm good.
All right. Skin
Yeah.
cancer.
Prostate.
Found a lump in there.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
It turned out fine in the end, but
making
it
me
was like
nauseous.
3 months of hell.
Oh,
And then
yeah?
I was ejaculating
burn it out?
deep red blood, so that was fun
I'm getting
too.
nauseous now.
By the way, that
This
continues.
stuff gets me queasy.
And I had to ask the doctor, oh, yeah, that'll happen for another 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh,
Great.
my God.
Thank you.
I get so
You ever shoot red blood before, Bill? It's like a horror movie in your bedroom.
Nosferatu, dick.
It's like a horror movie.
They got to tell you the
Not a little. Not a little, like, almost kind of look pink because it's mixed in with other colors. Deep, dark red shooting from your penis.
Frankenberry coming out of your
Oh,
ass.
it was terrific. And by the way, the doctor forgot to tell me that's what was going to happen. So the first time that happens, I was screaming bloody murder. What the fuck is that?
bloody dick.
Bloody dick, bloody murder.
Wow.
Bloody murder. It's the muscle milk, Bill.
Yeah, no shit, right? You got fucking muscle
Dude,
milk
that
pouch.
stuff looks so fucking gross.
It's horrendous. But it's 68% of your protein
Oh,
for the day.
God.
Says who?
I'm not looking.
Says the fucking...
The guys who are trying to buy a yacht by selling you that shit?
It's taken over the world, though. It's in every store now, just about.
Did you just hear what he just said?
Taking over the world.
It's taken over the world now. It's in every store just about.
11% of your
That
fiber.
sentence started so huge, and then he just tapered off.
Just about.
Just about.
Don't pay attention to the calories, though. Like Danny pointed out, it's like a double cheeseburger.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Well, if you're working out, the calories are all right. It's no problem.
What's your favorite vitamin, Bill?
I've been taking vitamin B because
I'm a B12.
my memory's
guy,
going.
What do you want, a B?
Yeah.
Well, how about 35% of your B12 right here? Huh?
Dude, just look at the container that it's in.
Yeah, I know.
Look how unhealthy that looks. That nipple on top.
That I used to sit here in the morning and drink it right out of the container, and Aunt gave me a look one day. I'm like, all right,
It just
I'm
looked
pouring
too
it.
phallic or
I'm
something.
pouring it into a cup now.
He'd like squish it in waves and pumps into his
Well,
mouth.
you got to get the goodness out, so you got to pump out the goodness.
But not only that, I guess the way that the mouthpiece is situated, it would dribble like down.
Yeah, you can't really get a good seal on that, can you?
Yeah.
Muscle.
Oh, and I went back to
Muscle.
I went back to the urologist 2 days ago, and no fingers up the ass. Nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
Past 3 fingers up the ass and a probe. Lots of fun, Bill. You ever have a probe up your ass? And then they snip out shit?
No, haven't gone that far.
Oh, it's a delight. Oh my God. Joe Rogan.
Speaking of fingers up the ass,
What's up, Joe?
Joe, what's up, man?
Where the fuck have you been?
I've been hiding.
I know you're busy and all, but we miss you.
Dude, I miss you guys too. I listen every day, and I swear to God, I've thought about booking comedy in New York just so I could do your show again.
Yes, get out here.
I just hate getting to the East Coast. It's too much of a pain in the ass.
I hear that. Are you a Muscle Milk fan?
Yeah, I love that stuff.
There you go, Bill.
Chocolate
See?
mint. You ever have the chocolate mint one?
Yeah,
It's
chocolate
delicious.
mint
It's like a
strong.
shake.
It is like a shake.
It's a shake.
Joe gets it with
They say it's good for
pot
you,
in
though.
it somehow. You ever to buy it with weed in it?
You can get weed and everything in California. They have
Everything
pot
Joe
soda
has
out
has
here.
weed
I got
in
a
it.
bottle of pot soda in front of me right now.
I don't doubt it.
Oh, it's for real. It's
those
nuts.
fucking
You can get
pharmaceutical-
breath strips and
Yeah,
everything.
pharmaceutical pot places sell everything with pot in it. It's not just weed. You can buy fucking soda, cookies.
It's so
kinds of shit.
crazy. There's 500 medical marijuana dispensaries in Southern California alone right
Yeah,
now.
see?
Yeah,
It's
they're
Come on.
insane.
They're
You
getting-
drive down the street, you see neon weed signs. You would think it's a scene in a movie.
But-
you would think there's no way this could be real.
Well, Joe, you know what they're doing? They're setting up to legalize this stuff.
Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah, they are. They're realizing that. You know what? For the longest time, they could keep studies away from people, and people, I heard it does this to you. But now that you have the internet, everybody has the facts in front of them, and slowly
'Cause
but
the
surely,
internet's full
people
of
are starting
facts.
to wake up and go, if it doesn't get legalized with us, what the fuck? I mean, who is it going to get legalized with?
Yeah, true.
they're just trying it out right now. They're like, all right, let's see what this does.
It's gonna make them enough money that it's not gonna, like the situation that they're at right now. They're getting a lot of money from pharmaceutical companies and alcohol and tobacco companies to keep making these commercials, these Partnership for a Drug-Free America commercials.
Yeah.
That's who finances that stuff.
These
they
medical
want to just make people think it's bad.
These medical marijuana shops, I'm looking at a couple of pictures of them online over here. Not quite your Rexall or CVS pharmacy looking place. They're fucking head shops.
Exactly.
It looks like the red light district. It
Yeah,
looks
like
like you can get a Yankee Cranky in there too.
That's not where you go to pick up like fucking Crestor
I
or
went
something,
to, one of them that I went to, they have the cop that used to come there, or rather the doctor that used to come there, like once or twice a month and do prescriptions. You just basically go in, you tell them I have a headache. When do you get headaches? Whenever I think about the fact that pot's illegal. It's literally that.
All right, here you go.
I have
And this
lower back
doctor-
pain.
yeah.
looking at me like for sure I'm a cop. Like, he's going to, like, they're very careful. Like, you could tell they're worried about, like, DEA agents infiltrating them.
The feds.
Seeing how easy it is to get a prescription. It's very easy.
Yeah, who did we have in? Doug Benson was saying how easy it is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did that documentary, Super High Me.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's incredibly easy
Yeah, to get a prescription for that.
And it's not like you
people
just go.
are like, that's bad. But if you look at it on paper, it's way safer than alcohol. Way safer than tobacco. You want to watch? That's the best piece of evidence ever that politicians are whores.
Right.
The fact that no one ever comes out and says, "Let's get rid of tobacco." It kills 400,000 people a year. If you're going to make something illegal, that's a bad thing to profit on. But you never hear a peep out of them. That's because these tobacco companies sponsor these politicians.
Joe, I got to tell you something else. I've driven stoned. I've driven drunk. And you know what is worse than both of those? And I mean fucking really bad. Driving exhausted, tired.
Right.
You can't fucking do anything about it. I was driving home a few times where I'm like, I am falling asleep, and physically, there's nothing I can do about it. If you're drunk and you have, like, you're over the legal limit, but I'm not talking fucking, you're blowing off the scale over there. But hey, there goes my V8. But it's like if you're legally drunk and you're driving, you could actually put yourself in a mindset where you're like, I'm going to drive slow, I'm staying in the right lane, I'm using my blinkers, I'm doing everything I need to do. If you're stoned, you're silly. But you have your senses about you.
Yeah.
Tired, you are in and out of lanes. You're fixated on a blank stare at a retaining wall that you're heading toward.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do about that. Worse
the best
than
thing,
both.
if anybody, this is the best advice anybody ever gave me, because I used to do a lot of late night gigs, and I'd be working during the day, and I'd do gigs at night. I was always driving tired. A friend of mine told me to bring cold water in a bottle and a washcloth. Wet the washcloth with cold water and just splash it all over your face. It wakes you up. It's the best move. I used to slap myself.
I was just going to say that. I smack myself in the face real fucking hard and yell, "Wake the fuck up!"
But that's only good for like a couple minutes.
If that.
I used to stick my head out the window like a Great Dane.
Dog, right?
Yeah.
Like a dog.
Yeah. That's one of the things that people really don't admit to enough.
Yeah,
you're absolutely right, Ant.
Yeah, I bet a lot more people get into fatal accidents doing.
Some kids I went to high school with did.
Yeah.
Kids I went to high school with. Kid fell asleep at the wheel, ran right into an embankment.
And that was it?
Bye-bye.
That was it.
Yep. Everybody died.
Hey, Joe, you've been on for 10 minutes. We definitely want to make sure people know about talking monkeys in space. It's good to know that you're still doing your drugs, my friend. Premieres this Saturday at midnight on Spike TV. What's that about?
It's a comedy special, stand-up comedy special. The first one that Spike's done, and they're hopefully, if this one goes well, they're going to do some more. So it's perfect for guys like Bill or Jim or anybody. Spike is they want to be the all guys network,
right?
So and they're owned by Comedy Central. Mm-hmm. So the same company owns both of them. So my show's going to air on Spike, and it's also going to air on Comedy Central. So it's a nice little cross-promotion thing.
I got the DVD yesterday, and I went to see Kevin Smith last night, but I wanted to pop the freaking DVD in before you got on the air today. I can't wait to check it out.
Well, thank you, man. It's my favorite thing that I've ever done so far.
And Joe,
let me get away with a lot. So
I'm very close to floating.
Are you really? What do you mean close? Do it.
Well, I call this one place in New York, and they won't get back to me. So I don't know.
You got money. You should get one made. And put
I
it in
ain't
your
getting
house.
one made until I check it out and then make sure it's for me.
Just fucking do it. Trust me. Just do it, man.
Bill, you
just
wanna
hire
float?
someone to
Dude,
do it.
the same thing happened to me. I read Joe's whole thing when he was giving his
float,
first
right?
tank away, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try this shit. And I called up the lady, and she didn't end up getting back to me. Then by the time she did, I didn't care anymore. But after I read Joe's blog, I was totally into it.
Is that what it is?
What?
Sensory deprivation?
Yeah.
Well, it has a ton of salt in it, so you just float there.
Oh, okay.
And then they put the cover down, and you got a little music if you want, or some laser lights if you want, or just nothing. I'm going to go with nothing.
When I was in the show.
Yeah.
Back to the womb.
Yeah,
right back in the womb.
I'll tell you what I have done. I went into a sleep machine. When I go to Huntington, I go into a sleep machine for like 15, 20 minutes. It's amazing.
What is
that the meeting we went into yesterday with our bosses?
He's right there.
Fucking A. Sleep machine. There he is, coming up the hall. Perfect timing, Anthony. Insert foot in mouth.
Oops.
What is the sleep machine? How's that work?
Sleep machine, you do a little of that new age music. They warm it up nice for you, a little fan on your face, and a light show.
Huh.
And the light show puts you out for about 15 or 20 minutes. And
Like
you
a
feel,
power nap or something?
It's a power nap, and you feel relaxed. I don't know if I actually slept, but it definitely got something in sync.
A caller just
Wow.
fucking hung up that said he was falling asleep riding his motorcycle.
Oh, God.
That has got to be fucking hard
Wow.
to do, man.
My God, that's horrifying.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it a weird thing that we just get hypnotized by the road? Because that's
Yeah.
the only time if I was like working, like if you're out digging ditches, until the wee hours of the morning, you don't think about falling asleep.
No, you're not falling asleep doing that, right?
The road hypnotizes you somehow.
Yeah.
You look at it's just weird.
It's the whole thing, the hum of the wheels, the fucking
the warm
just,
air in your face.
Yeah, that motion that's just kind of whizzing past your peripheral vision. Like
Yeah.
everything contributes to you just falling the fuck asleep.
And sometimes it's
Nobody talks about it.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's a time machine. I mean, my favorite is, holy shit, how the fuck did I get
I have
here?
no recollection
All-
of that
all
past
I
10
remember,
miles. Or,
I was
yeah.
text messaging my girl for the last half hour.
Now I'm home.
And I'm at my desk. How did I get here? And you were driving.
Autopilot.
Oh, I
That
love
is
that.
fucked up, man.
There's
Very weird
There's a
autopilot.
floating machine.
That's a
Come
floating
on,
machine
Bill, me
right
and
there.
you. Not in the same tank, though.
Yeah, in the same tank.
Yeah, we'll hold hands.
It out. Make sure you have a gentleman's agreement that nobody pees.
I looked up a place in New York, and I called them a couple times. They must be out of business because they won't call back.
Well, they're probably run by hippies. They're
Man.
probably people that are really bad at getting back to you.
Joe?
But it's an amazing experience, man.
That looks gross.
It's one of those things where they should be teaching people in school.
Big toilet.
They should be doing it in college, like showing them how to float and how to get deeper into your head naturally. There's a lot of people that are worried about taking drugs, like they would like to try mushrooms, but it's scary, and for good reason. You don't even know who the fuck grew it, where, and what's it going to do to me, how long it's going to last.
Right.
Yeah.
The beauty of the isolation tank is you have a naturally occurring psychedelic experience, and anytime you want to end it, you just step out of the tank. So you don't have to worry about coming down.
You own one of these?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he
Oh,
talked
yeah.
about this on the show.
Yeah, I have a special one that's made. It's designed.
The way
to contain
Joe, the
more
way you just
oxygen.
explained that
Wow, more
sounded the
oxygen.
same way like when you get pulled under by like a riptide. Oh, just figure which way it's going and then just sort of gently just swim
Yeah, you're supposed
sideways.
to swim sideways.
Like
too.
nobody freaks out in those tanks. Ah!
You know
Open
what?
it up.
Is that what you do at a riptide? You swim sideways?
Dude, I got to jump in again. Bill is absolutely right. You hear about riptides your entire life. I consider myself a pretty good swimmer. I was in the Outer Banks 2 summers ago. I got in a riptide, and I was close to losing control. I was trying to stay alive for as long as I could. I see the people on the beach just having a good old time. They got the music cranked. They're drinking Coronas, and I'm like, this is how I'm going to die. They don't even
my
know that I'm in
God.
deep trouble here.
You guys know Greg Fitzsimmons?
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah,
He just saved someone.
really.
He saved someone. He was on vacation. He was on vacation. I can't remember where. Costa Rica. And someone got caught in a tide and pulled out. This girl was screaming. She was going under. Greg went out there like a superhero, dove in the water, swam out to this chick, got her in a fireman's carry, I guess, or whatever you do. You
Right,
put them
right.
on their back, and
Yeah.
he swam with this lady to shore in the tide.
Wow.
Well,
Risked his own
Good
life with
swimmer.
his family there watching.
Well, that's yeah. Well, because they tell you, like Bill said, you're supposed to go out with the tide, and then it calms down. But now you're way over your head, and you're way out there, and then you swim parallel to the beach, and then swim back in.
Yeah.
But all that knowledge goes out of your head, and you're just swimming for dear life
Yeah.
against this thing.
You're supposed to just sort of
scary.
relax and be like, all right, I'm getting yanked
Yeah.
this way. I'll just
Yeah.
reality
I'll
is
end
you're
up in the
like,
middle of the ocean.
It's like, when you're on a
sucking in
treadmill
ocean
and you're
water.
exhausted, like if you ever to start working out again when you haven't worked out in a long time, and your first workout's really hard, like you're on a treadmill and you're like, man, I just want to quit right now. Imagine that horrible feeling when you are 300 yards from shore.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't do it anymore.
And you're like, you got to give up. You want to go to sleep.
I gotta just give up now. Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
Oh man.
no,
that
I don't.
sucks.
That's why I don't fuck with the ocean at all.
Don't fuck with the ocean.
I was in one, man, and
Monsters in there.
Wow.
I don't.
That's
No,
my
no,
point, Ann. You
monsters.
and I have the exact same
No.
opinion on that.
Yep.
I heard
Monsters.
you talking, and you actually said something that I say on stage all the time about tigers. You were talking about crocodiles. They're monsters.
They are
We just
real
don't think of them
live
as
monsters.
no.
Yeah.
The only reason they're not considered monsters and stuff like that is because they're around.
Yeah, what I say about tigers is if tigers landed here on a spaceship from another planet, we'd want to kill them all.
Yes, right.
Nobody would tolerate this new thing that comes along that loves to kill people.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a place,
That's
there's a
great.
place in India called the Sundarbans, and over the last 200 years, tigers have killed 300,000 people there.
Come on.
No, it
There used
sounds
to be
like
a
it.
lot of
Come on.
fucking tigers
I had
now.
to pause the TV, I had to rewind it, play it back, and then immediately go to Google. It's true. Over the last 200 years, they have at least 300,000 deaths.
Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it.
That's a little over 1,000 a year, though.
The problem is these people, they live in these huts and villages, and the monsoons come, and a lot of them drown. They get taken away by the river. So, like, sometimes when a bad monsoon, there'll be, like, a bunch of bodies in the water.
Holy
the
shit.
tigers developed a taste for human flesh, so they like to eat people.
Yeah.
And then,
God, that's sick.
and then they search out the fresh ones.
It's a terrifying situation. I tell a joke in my act, a story about this one tiger that killed 3 guys on a boat. Swam out to the fucking boat,
shit.
killed the guy, swam with his body back to the shore, dropped it off at the shore, hopped back in the water. They swim faster than 5 guys can row a fucking boat. Think about that.
Oh, my
God
God.
damn,
Think about how
that's
horrifying
creepy.
that is.
That's some scary shit.
Oh, my
How do you
God.
allow it to get on the boat, though? You'd be
can't
kicking the
help
shit
it.
out of it.
Dude,
Do you
those
know-
things
yeah,
weigh
they-
like 600 pounds.
They're
It's designed to
ridiculous
kill.
big.
Yeah.
Do you know if there were Tyrannosaurus Rexes walking around now, there would be people like, we have to save the T-Rex.
Yeah.
They're endangered and stuff. And they would be, they're monsters. But
Exactly.
if they were walking around and,
they're part of nature.
They wouldn't be walking around Manhattan or something, but they'd be in Africa somewhere or,
They're part of nature.
Yeah.
There's
they're part of
mountain
nature.
lions in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
A woman who lives down the block from me,
So often
last
a
year, her
bicyclist
dog
gets
got
nailed.
eaten by a mountain lion.
Jesus.
And the people that live in the neighborhood, they go, well, you have to think they were here first. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What if it was a goblin? If a goblin hopped over this lady's fence and killed the dog, wouldn't we have a fucking search party for that thing? Wouldn't there be people with torches and guns?
I like how the they were here first thing works for mountain lions, but American Indians, we just go, fuck you.
I don't look at it that way. I look at it more like as far as like the world population, that mountain lion did a very green thing.
Yeah, he's culling the fucking human race.
Too many humans.
Too
It's
many
obvious.
humans. It needs to be culled.
Hey,
Just sitting in Times
Joe,
Square.
speaking of monsters in the water, do you scuba dive?
No. I don't fuck with it. I don't
Yep.
fuck with the ocean.
See?
That guy in San Diego, I don't even get in the water anymore. Ever since that swimmer, that guy, an old guy, swimming, he practices triathlons. He got cut in half by a 16-foot great white.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
a bunch of people watching, too.
swallowed him whole.
one of the Beach Boys drowned.
yeah, huh?
Just
See?
the fucking Beach Boys, they even die.
I'm not engaging in anything where I can't even remember to like bring food with me when I go somewhere. I'm not engaging in any activity where I have to bring my own air.
Diving.
Like I gotta bring.
All
Hey,
that
did you bring
noise.
your air?
Come
You got
on,
your
man.
air? No
Come
air.
on.
Like I could go without water or food for a little while. Air? No, you're pretty fucked within like
Joe.
a minute.
I'm surprised Rogan's not into it with all the floating and all that other stuff you do.
Oh, I'm
Diving
terrified.
is
I don't want to fuck with that world. I can't live in that world.
it's
A
an
whole nother world.
Oh, I got
There's
I got
two planet Earths
no,
here.
I got to defend the
that's what I'm
divers
talking
out
about.
there. Diving is amazing. I would do that every vacation if I could.
Yeah, muff.
Wow. Same thing.
And if you're lucky enough to see a shark, because most diving,
Lucky.
yeah, most people are like, the diving instructors like, hopefully we'll see a shark. We saw one this morning when we brought people out here.
He's just bragging,
I-
trying
I-
to sound cool.
I've never seen a shark. I'm not going to play that game, but they say when you see a shark, they fucking freak out and they're gone, man. They don't
Yeah,
want
huh?
anything to do with you.
Yeah, how
it
come
might be
people
all that
get
weird
eaten?
shit
People
on you.
always
Fuck
try that.
ever.
It's true
No.
though.
I used to do a bit in
Not
my
always.
act. I used to do a bit in my act with someone who was trying to make me feel better about scuba diving, going, you know what, actually 90% of shark attacks actually happen in shallow water. And the joke was like, yeah, no shit, that's where the people
That's
are.
where people are.
It's called the beach.
Yeah.
It's like there's people fucking swimming to Europe.
90% of the people are in shallow water
Yeah.
at the beach, so of course.
Of course.
But that little meal that's out in the middle of the ocean with a scuba tank on, that's a treat for a shark. Hey,
Oh.
look at what just
All those
swam up.
people that talk about how it's very unlikely that you're going to get bitten. It's impossible to get bitten on the shore. That's
Right.
all I know.
I have never seen a shark attack with somebody just hanging out in like Oklahoma.
Here's another thing.
More dangerous on the shore, my friends. More dangerous on the shore.
Well,
It might be more dangerous than a shark. You know, they've had water what's it called, bull shark attacks in fresh water, like up to 100 miles from the ocean.
jeez.
Yeah, they've
Smart-ass
spotted
sharks.
bull sharks, which are like really aggressive ones. They're responsible for killing a bunch of people in New Jersey. There's a famous story that they talked about in Jaws. You remember there was a story, and it was a river in Jersey.
Oh, right, yeah.
in the 1900s. Fresh water. These two people got killed by sharks.
Yeah, swam
Inside
up,
of like a couple of days.
swam up the river, like Joe said, about 100 miles, and ended up killing some people.
Dude, what about those like
so
3 NFL
terrifying.
players or whatever? They go out on that. Let's go fishing.
Oh, yeah.
Next thing you know, the thing capsizes and 3 of them drift off.
I have what happened.
They
but
gave
no
up
one wants
so
to,
fast.
I don't get the CNN interview. They were fighting for that one spot on the top of the boat. It's obvious.
The one guy that was rescued it was one spot for him, and that was it.
That thing went over. Everyone was like, fuck, I'm in trouble. I can't survive out here. And they fought for that spot. I'm telling you. That's the only.
You think so?
I have no doubt in my mind, my friend.
Oh, my God. That's terrifying.
There was
That
one.
true
They were
king of
all
the hill.
friends, but they were out there knowing they're in deep trouble. They know that the water's too cold to survive. They had to get on top of that boat, and they fought for that spot. And I can't believe
my
no one
God.
has taken that theory and ran with it.
Oh, my God. I think you might be right. That's terrifying.
And they were all friends. Can you
Fighting
imagine?
your friend?
Yeah, because he's
Fighting your friend for the best
dude.
spot.
For
Because
your
when they
life.
found him, he's sitting
Yeah.
up there all nice, right? And there was no other spots available up there.
That's like
Wow.
Kirk and Spock going out on Vulcan when
How creepy
on
would
Amok
it be if he
Time.
wrote a book?
Because if you've
Thank you.
Because if you've ever been in the ocean and jump overboard, you're pretty much floating with the boat at first. So
Yeah.
it wasn't far-fetched to say that these guys were around the boat for the most part.
Wow.
Okay? And if the boat's drifting away from you, you're certainly going to start swimming toward the boat. And now you're in a panic and like, holy fuck, I got to get up on top. I'm telling you.
There's other things,
Holy
though.
shit.
There's also where you're drinking.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe that's a little bit
Dude,
of
that's
a
when
tone,
you're really
right?
hating that you suck down all those natural lights.
Well, also, these are football players, right?
Yeah.
Football players are big guys, and one of the things
Yep.
you have to realize about big guys is it takes a lot more blood to pump oxygen through all that muscle.
Right.
True.
Those guys get tired way easier. One of the things we had when we had on Fear Factor, we had contests where you were hanging from something, like grabbing it by your hand and see, like you against a woman, see who could hang on the longest. Women almost always won. You would think hand
Yeah.
strength that guys would be, but no, it's you're supporting your whole body,
barnacles.
and your body weighs more, and it takes up more oxygen.
Yeah.
Damn. Look
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
Joe knows a little bit about everything. What do you think of that fucking UFC Undisputed game?
It's pretty badass.
Isn't that thing fucking great? I love it.
Even Ant likes it.
Career mode, and I was never into fighting games or anything.
Yeah.
But goddamn, that one just looks and the gameplay is great.
I have a real hard time with video games. I'm actually scared of them. The way people are scared of drugs, I'm scared of them. I get badly addicted, where I lose my whole day. I'll play like 8-10 hours in a day, every day, and I'll be obsessed.
It's the ones where you have to do repetitive things to level up. That gets addicting because you sit there, and even Travis was talking about this the other day, I guess with Tiger Woods golf or something. You get to one level, and you go, okay, just I'm going to finish this one. And you look at the clock, and you're like, all right, I got to get to bed. And then you finish that level, and you leveled up a little more, and you're like, well, now I want to see how good I am that I got a little better. So I'll start another one. And then you finish that. And video game time is a whole different time than like work time.
Oh,
work time
it
takes
flies
forever.
by.
Video game time is close to sex time, where it's like, wow, fuck, that time is flying by.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I used to play Quake online.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yep.
I got addicted. I was playing so much that I had a T1 line installed in my house. Like, I couldn't get anything other than ISDN, and my ping times weren't low enough.
Right.
So I had a T1 line installed in my house just so I could play Quake. I play 8-10 hours a day.
Oh, it was crazy. I was the same way with that faggy fucking EverQuest game when it first
that'll
came
kill
out.
ya.
And yeah, the leveling up. It's the whole thing with leveling. I got to get another level. I need more experience. I got to do this. And then before you know it, like you said, 10, 12 hours goes by. You're sitting in your own fucking filth. Hemorrhoids are fucking, you're fucking in your hemorrhoid chair.
I have a friend who used to be the manager for the Comedy Store, and he had a real problem with it, and to the point where the guy never left his house. He would play 12 hours a day,
Yep.
went broke, lost his job. And I was talking about it, and he goes, it's so weird. He goes, I'm so good at making money in the fake world, but so bad at making it in the real world.
Yeah, fake virtual world.
Yeah,
Who
at
was
the
it?
EverQuest, he was a bad motherfucker. He didn't want to leave that world.
Ben
He was hanging
Stein's,
around the world. He was a wizard.
Well,
Ben Stein's son
Was
had to
addicted.
go to. He actually took him to rehab.
Yep.
And because the kid would not stop playing, he'd wake up in the middle of the night, and there was this kid just going at it on the computer and playing. He goes, you got a problem.
My brother's roommate gave up on the regular world, and he lives in the virtual world. I forgot what game. The last I checked in, he was doing Tribes.
There's a lot of
that's old
people out
school,
there
yeah.
doing that.
But you know what?
man.
I don't see anything wrong with it because the virtual world seems to be a much cooler place to live sometimes.
It's better than the real world sometimes.
It's
Yeah.
a lot more fun.
I'm serious.
Great.
Like you're like a bum going nowhere in life, but
That was hilarious.
I
That
love
sounded
Bill
like
just
some.
laughing.
That just sounded like some Hollywood movie. I just didn't like the real world.
I live in the
I feel
virtual
safer
world.
here.
I don't really see a problem with it.
The Matrix.
Yeah, the Matrix, right?
Right.
Just shove
But I
me in
think
the
you're
little.
right.
You could do some cool shit in the virtual
Yeah,
world.
Certainly
and
can.
look, we don't care about people that hate their fucking jobs and work in something that sucks all day and get home and just take a break, rest up, and then go back and do it again.
Yeah.
You know,
These
why
people
not?
all need to fucking grow up.
But when you're playing,
Playing Pac-Man at 50. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Pac-Man.
It's fun. What's wrong with you, Phil, man?
My brother's roommate does at least.
You're a weapon crafter in EverQuest. You're the king shit. You're not
This is,
working
no,
at a
dude.
deli.
I got Brick Breaker on my phone.
Love the brick breaker.
I can't keep my phone charged. Anytime I got 2 seconds, I'm driving a rental car. I'm playing it.
We are so distracted.
That's my
as
elevator
people,
game.
man.
I do a quick level as I go up to my apartment in the elevator. But my brother's roommate, 12 hours a day, easy. Actually, probably more than that. Has a job, and then if he does leave the house on weekends, he unplugs his computer and does the LAN parties.
LAN
Oh
parties.
my
yeah.
God!
He
Guy's
does
into it.
nothing but work to pay bills and play his game. That is it.
I'm really lucky that they weren't around when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I would have had a real problem with them. But
Yeah.
back when I was in high school, the games were terrible. It was like Pong, you know.
Yeah, it was just horrible. That we were talking about that Atari basketball game where it was like dunka dunka dunka
Yeah,
bloop,
exactly.
dunka dunka dunka
Scored
bloop,
every time.
with
There
like
was
the
nothing to get
horrible
addicted
graphics. It was just this big ring on a stick. Not even a ring. Look at the old we're looking at the old graphics.
It's a half a T,
5 pixels make up the guy.
half a cross.
One
actually.
giant pixel is the ball, and it
Yeah.
just goes bloom 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 bloom.
Crazy, huh?
I used to love
Horrid.
that game. I thought it was the bomb.
It was the bomb back then, but the
Can't
stuff
get
they
better
have
than
now
this.
is just too powerful.
Yeah, really good shit,
These
man.
video games, the
Love
graphics
it.
are fucking insane.
I know. I'm so
They're
into them.
so good. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like
So I was saying,
UFC
the
video
UFC.
game, every time the guys kick, I mean, it almost looks like for a second like they're really fighting. It's
Like it's really them. Yeah, they really went to town on that game and made it look so realistic. These guys, the moves they do when they fall down, they get knocked the fuck out. It's fantastic, man.
Yeah, we did.
Love
We
it.
did a lot of time doing the commentary on that thing too, to make it like it was like real fights.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
You know,
great.
speaking of UFC, who did we have in recently who was amazing? He was an amazing guest.
Oh shit.
Oh, Forrest. Yeah,
Forrest.
of course.
He
Oh,
is
Forrest
out-
Griffin's
He's
awesome.
out of his fucking mind. We love him.
Dude, I thought
He's a character, man.
Yeah.
He's like right out of a novel.
I thought Chuck Liddell and the rest of them were out of their mind, but I think he's the one that. I mean, I wouldn't fuck with any of them, obviously.
Right.
But he is. He looks
He's
like
a problem.
He is a problem, right?
Yeah, he's quite a character. You know,
Yeah.
He's a guy who really enjoys it.
We
Like,
love
you
going
try
in
to
there and
talk. You
banging.
try to talk to some of these guys about style and technique and everything, and he goes, "I just go in there and fight."
Yeah.
He goes, "That's all I did. I grew up. I was getting into fights. I figured I'd do this and just fucking fight." And
We love the
like,
guy.
Okay,
He was great.
He's just a fucking problem.
Yeah, he's got a big tough fight coming up. He's fighting Anderson Silva in August.
wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a biggie.
Anderson is an assassin. That guy's like my
God
friend always says
damn.
he's like a real live Matrix guy.
yeah.
He really does. He moves like he's in the Matrix. Like everybody's in a different dimension.
He's running on the side of the ring.
Yeah, it's just he's incredible.
And then we
Forrest
finally-
is fighting him.
We finally had Fedor in,
Oh wow.
and with his Russian translator.
Yeah, that guy is a very special athlete, man. You know, it really sucks that we can't get him into the UFC.
Yeah, I'm sure Dana's always trying.
Yeah, no, they're always trying, but apparently, you know, they can't work out the business end of it. So
Ridiculous.
sucks. But
Yeah.
you know, that's how it goes, right? Too bad because he's pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the video of Ray Mercer knocking out Tim Sylvia in 10 seconds?
Hell no.
Oh fuck.
You haven't seen that?
No,
No,
we'll have to get.
Oh
check
my
it out.
God! Tim
Pop that
Sylvia,
up.
former UFC heavyweight champion, took a boxing match with Ray Mercer, and it turned into an MMA match. They couldn't get it sanctioned as a boxing match. Ray Mercer knocked him out with one punch in like 9 or 10 seconds.
Wow.
It's on the internet. I mean, out cold.
Damn.
Can you
find
go
To
that
show
one,
you, man,
Danny.
even though he's 48 years old, they say the power is the last thing that leaves you. And the hand skills of a professional boxer are so much better than the hand skills of the average mixed martial artist. You can't get as good with your hands as they have because they're doing just that. They're only training that, and they're doing it from the time they're young. And now, you're just jumping in after a couple of years. You think you're going to be able to hang with them? Like, there's no way. You might hang with them in an MMA fight because you could take them down and strangle them. But a guy like Ray Mercer, you can't mess with a dude like that. Even though he's 48 years old, he'll knock you the fuck out. And that's what he did with Tim Sylvia, one punch.
Mercer Sylvia.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looking it up right now. Now we got to
Oh,
check
it's
it out.
fucking crazy. Wait till you watch it. And it was supposed to be a boxing match, and like I said, with 2 days' notice, they turned it into an MMA match. And Tim Sylvia kicked Ray Mercer in the leg, and you could tell Ray Mercer's like, "What the fuck?"
And, yeah, he don't play.
All right, we're checking it out here.
Give us a second, Joe. Oh my God!
Damn!
God damn!
Did he fucking go down?
And that was it.
One punch leveled them. Because boxing gloves are, 8 and 10 ounces. Those little gloves in MMA are only 4.
Wow.
They're tiny little gloves. A guy like Ray Mercer hits you with that, you got fucking problems.
He was fucking out on his feet. Knocked the fuck out on his feet.
People are starting to realize that the
Looks
type
like
of
Steve.
striking that you use in MMA is different because of those little gloves.
Yeah.
You can do much more damage, and that when you really see it is like when a guy like Mercer, who's a real great boxer,
Right.
puts those gloves on.
It's not those big padded fucking gloves. That had to hurt.
Yeah,
Wow, he hit him right on the chin.
Yeah.
Oh,
a pro
damn,
boxer
did he
hitting
go
you
down.
with that, you got fucking problems.
No
Man.
kidding. Hey, did you read
Great.
about Shaq yesterday?
Yeah, he wants to fight Hongman Choi.
Is that real, or is he just fucking around?
I don't know, man. Jose Canseco just fought him.
Yeah, well, if
Maybe
you call
Shaq
it that.
thinks he could beat him.
I
Shaq,
can't-
Let me tell you something. I met that dude a bunch of times. He goes to the UFC all the time. Apparently, he trains like crazy. He loves jiu-jitsu and kickboxing, and he's fucking huge.
Yeah.
But he's huge in a different way than Hongman Choi is. Hongman Choi is gigantitis, or whatever the disease is, where he had a tumor on his pituitary glands. And that's why, he's a guy who had a problem. Shaquille O'Neal's just a fucking giant human.
He's
Yeah.
in proportion, is what you
Yeah.
want to say.
Dude,
Because some of these really tall guys, they're not in proportion. I saw Shaq. I was on vacation at a place, and Shaq was staying at the same place. It's amazing how big that guy is. You don't really appreciate it because when you watch an NBA game, most of the guys are way bigger than
6'10",
normal, so
yeah.
you don't really see the comparison next to a regular human being.
No, the contrast, right?
It's unbelievable.
And he's big compared to those guys.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Dude,
A giant super athlete.
Canseco running around that ring, getting beat
How
up.
weird was that?
It was it's like, oh my God, he's running away. Oh,
How
no.
am I missing all this stuff? When did
Jose Canseco fought for K1.
Yep. Yeah.
Or was it Dream? Maybe it was Dream. It was one of the Japanese organizations. But how sad is it to see a guy who was at the top of the heap in the sports world?
Yeah.
He was a superstar. He was like, like people talk about A-Rod today. That's how they used to talk about Jose Canseco.
Yep. And there he was, just kind of getting
Doing a
hit
freak show.
and going like, uh-oh, I don't want to get hit no more. Let me just kind of
That guy,
back off from this guy. And
that giant guy, I can't pronounce his name like Joe can, but he's like 6'?
Yeah, something along those lines. Hongman Choi. He's like
Hongman Choi.
350 pounds.
And Shaq wants to fight him for real.
Hey, you know what? I'm
Let's
telling
see
you, Shaq is so big and so powerful and so fast. Hongman Choi is just getting by basically on the fact that he's a giant dude. Nothing he does looks spectacular. But Shaquille O'Neal's a super athlete.
yeah, just big giant
If he
monster.
was really training hard at kickboxing and jiu-jitsu, I think he would probably fuck up a lot of people.
Wow. I would love to see that.
There's a lot of guys where you see them, they just joined the gym, like in jiu-jitsu. They'll have been like track and field athletes or something their whole life, and they just joined the gym, and within a couple of months, you can't tap them out anymore. Just because
Really?
they're so big and powerful. There's guys that are just so explosive. You get a hold of them, and it's like they're like a different thing than you are. They just throw you off.
No shit, man.
Just like they're super athletes. People that think they're strong. You think you're strong until you do jiu-jitsu with a guy who's really strong, and then you go, oh my God, I'm like a little bitch. Because there's strong for strong guys. And a lot of these jiu-jitsu guys are like that.
is
Wrestlers
George
especially.
Brett fighting anybody coming up?
Yeah, Jose's the first one to fall.
No.
I wonder how many other guys are going to do stuff like that. They were supposed to be doing a mixed martial arts reality show.
Yeah.
I think Mark Burnett was doing it. I think that's what I heard.
Huh.
They were going to do Jose Canseco versus what's his name, the football player that had the problems with split personality disorder.
Oh, fucking Herschel.
Herschel Walker,
Yeah.
yeah. And he was supposed to fight Canseco, but I don't know if they're still going to do that now.
Oh, Herschel would kill him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
think so.
Herschel, he has trauma-related mental problems.
Even better.
I saw him
Yeah.
on the Celebrity Apprentice. Yeah, he's not right. Something's
Well,
going
with football injuries, like people don't think about it, but they're very similar to boxing or MMA injuries. Like you get brain damage.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just get
fucking-
hit too many times.
Yeah, noggin gets hit. Yeah, your brain starts bouncing around inside there.
Speaking of brain damage, we had Joe Frazier in studio.
Ah,
Joe.
yes.
I was listening, man. It was sad.
Smoking Joe.
I texted Jimmy after it was over. I was like, wow, that was hard to listen to.
Well, but he's happy because he sounds better than Ali, and he's obsessed with just making
That's what he
the
keeps
world
saying, yeah.
making the world know that he's better off than Ali.
Could you imagine a fucking feud that burns inside your guts for that long?
Yeah, that can't be healthy.
Oh my God, that's incredible. Like Ali's going to die and he's going to start laughing.
Yeah, he'll piss on his grave.
You got to
Yeah,
pick up.
he probably will piss on his grave, and he'll probably put it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, you got to pick up Thriller in Manila. It was a pretty good documentary in the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm a huge boxing fan, so I watched that trilogy of fights. It was real interesting because Ali could beat Foreman, and Frazier could beat Ali, but there's no way Frazier could ever fuck with Foreman. Foreman was just too big.
He was an animal.
He was one of those guys that required technique to beat.
Yep.
If you just stood in front of him and tried to bang it, you would lose every time.
Remember that day he
Took a
came
guy
in?
like Ali.
Came in and we shook his hand. Fucking Foreman's hands.
Oh my God!
It's not even real. It's like a fake movie prop that he
they're like
had on the end of his
hands.
arm. Yeah, giant fucking mitt.
Like the Thing from Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
No, it was cool. I shook Joe Frazier's hand and I squeezed really hard, and I actually got him to go ow
Wow.
because his hands are
That was probably being nice to you. Thinking about
Arthritis.
there's arthritis, so I was able to get an ow out.
When he
of him.
fought Frazier, he punched him one time, and Frazier literally went up in the air and landed on one knee like a cartoon.
Yeah.
He like genuflected after he hit him.
Yeah, he was a crazy power puncher, man. And he won the title at 46 years old. That's what people don't realize. When he
Yeah,
made
that's
that
crazy.
big comeback, when he hadn't fought in 10 years, but
Yeah.
that's like a great American sports story. 36 years old, the guy was rotund. He was so fucking fat when he came back. No one gave him any chance.
Yep.
And then slowly he starts trimming away his body, and he gets in fights with tougher and tougher guys, and he knocks them fucking senseless. Like, the second half of his career is one of the most spectacular sports stories ever. 46 years old, getting his ass kicked by Michael Moore, lands one right hand, and Moore is asleep.
Mm-hmm.
He had a great defense too. Do you remember that? He would just come out and just cross his arms in front of his body.
Archie Moore style. He learned that from Archie Moore. Archie Moore was a very famous guy back in I think the 50s. I think is when he fought. Somebody could correct me, but I think it might have even been earlier than that. It might have been the 40s.
Gentleman Jim Corbett was fighting.
And he was Ali fought him when Ali was really young, so I guess it was the 60s. And Archie Moore was famous for having this weird style. We would cross his arms in front of him.
How do you get a punch going?
Unique.
Well, he would just swarm on you, and he was real good at rolling with punches. He was a very crafty guy.
Yeah.
You know, Archie Moore was like one of those guys that fought like 200 times. So you had to really learn how to protect yourself in order to fight like that. You couldn't just go in there guns blazing, Ricky Hatton style. You'd never make it to 200 fights.
I miss the old school boxing. Remember, a fight would happen and the whole world would watch.
Yeah. I remember I went to see Hagler versus Leonard in a movie theater.
Wow.
Oh, shit, yeah, they used to show
Remember when they
those.
used to do that? They used to have,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Yeah, you'd buy tickets to a fight and go to Nassau Coliseum, and the
Yeah,
fight
it
was
was
in
fucking
California,
awesome. It was
and they'd
better
show it
than
on
being
those
there.
horrible screens.
Yeah, but what a great way
Yeah.
to see a fight with everybody else.
Oh, it was amazing.
You feel
it was
the
way
energy.
better than watching it at home. If you watch it at home, that's pretty cool. But watching a fight on the pay-per-view at a movie theater where you get to hear the commentary, and on top of that, you're around 15,000 other people,
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
yelling.
fucking awesome, man.
Yeah, the times
Those
have
old
changed.
days, man. The Sugar Ray Leonard days.
Yeah, yeah.
Roberto Duran, Tommy Hearns,
Roberto Duran.
Yeah, there's really no standout boxers that are.
Well, UFC's,
Yeah,
I think Manny
obviously.
Pacquiao stands out, I think that guy's got the real potential to be the next Oscar De La Hoya type superstar.
It just doesn't have that vibe though, where people are like, "Holy shit, I got to get this on pay-per-view."
Well,
like
you know
the
what?
old Tyson days where.
I think inherently it's just been eclipsed by a crazier sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's really what it is.
Yep.
I love boxing still. I'm still a huge boxing fan. But the bottom line is MMA is more exciting. If I had to choose between watching a boxing match or an MMA match, I'm always going to watch the MMA.
Even watching, when you're watching boxing, you used to. I remember watching it, and I used to say, like, God, that would be great if you could just kick him in the face.
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be fantastic? And then someone said, yeah, let's do that. Let's make it so they could box, but this guy could kick him in the face anytime. Or if he gets him on the ground, he could just put his elbow into his fucking nose.
But that's what's great about MMA is it's like it has all the aspects of what could happen in a real fight, short of weapons and somebody actually gouging your eye out. But
exactly.
you stand it up, and next thing you know, your back's on the sidewalk.
I can just
then
go,
what do you do?
I'm fucked. And now the guy's like over me, just
about
pummeling me.
Those UFC guys is like they're just taking forearms to the fucking head, and they look over and see 30 seconds left, and they ride it out. How many elbows to the head could you take? I take one, and I would just be like, all right,
enough.
Here's the keys to my car. Take my girlfriend. I'm done. Those guys ride it out and then come back and win the next round.
Yeah. There was a fight this past weekend. It's Cain Velasquez versus Czech Congo. Cain Velasquez is a badass wrestler. Took Czech Congo down. Czech Congo is this gigantic kickboxer fellow who's another badass dude. Great fight. Cain Velasquez takes this guy down, and in the last round, he punched him in the head over 110 times.
Jeez. What the fuck?
Just think about that. 110 fucking punches to the head by a professional heavyweight mixed martial arts fighter who's sitting with his dick on your chest.
Jesus.
He's sitting like dick into your face, punching you in the face 110 times. What the fuck?
That's
exactly.
That is
what
insane.
the fuck?
You know how tough you have to be to ride that out and not tap out?
No, I don't, actually.
Can't
Joe.
get the guy off him.
Right.
He's trapped. Cannot get this guy off him, and he won't give up. And this guy's just punching him in the fucking face.
Yeah, how do you condition your head? That's what you can do, like sit-ups, you know what I'm saying?
The guy probably painted eyeballs on his eyelids, and he was knocked the fuck up, and it just looked like he was staring at the guy.
Hey, Joe, this is something I always was wondering. How come every time somebody gets knocked out, right, their legs always end up getting crossed? You ever notice that? They always look like they're just laying on the couch.
Well,
like wide receivers. Whenever a wide receiver gets lit up, they always land on their back. Their arms are like, dong, they're stuck in the air, but their legs are always crossed like they're in a hammock.
Well, you know, if you just shut your body off, that's what would happen. So it's the weirdest feeling in the world to get your body shut off. I've never been knocked unconscious, but I've been dropped. I got dropped in a kickboxing match.
Oof.
This guy hit me with a left hook, and literally my legs shut off. They just gave out, and all of a sudden I fell. Like they weren't under me anymore. And then when I tried to get back up, they were just like they were made out of spaghetti. Like they wouldn't support my weight.
That is fucked up because that thing, he didn't punch you in the legs. That's what's
fucked
up about that.
Shut my nervous system
He
off.
punched you in the head and fucked up your legs.
Yeah.
Fucked up everything. My whole nervous system. I didn't know what was going on. I knew I was in a fight. I knew I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand up. I was like, holy shit, I got to get back to my feet.
He hit you in the part of the head that controls your legs.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm so retarded. I got up at the count of 8, and he beat on me some more. And then they stopped the fight. But the second one, it was more like my body just gave out, and I just collapsed, and he just punched me before that happened. But the big one was the one that dropped me the first time. And I swear to God, it's the weirdest feeling in the world. It's like somebody just hits a switch in your back, and your legs don't work anymore.
You're a robot.
Joe, do you like getting hit?
No, I don't do kickboxing anymore for that very reason. When I do jiu-jitsu, you don't get hit. It's all grappling.
When did you not like getting hit? Because I remember being younger and, you're in college and drinking and getting in fights all the time with, it was all right, though.
No,
and then you get a little older and you get hit in the face. You're like, wow, that really fucking sucks.
Well, the way I always looked at it, I never had a problem with it until when I was kickboxing, I started getting headaches. I would get headaches where I would lie in bed at night, at the end of the night, and my head hurt. And I was like, my head's broken. Like I hurt my head today.
Right.
Like it's bruised inside my head. Like that's not fucking good, man. And I was really terrified because I knew a bunch of guys who had boxing careers, who were like low-level professional boxers, and some of them had fucking brain damage, like real serious brain damage.
No shit, yeah.
Well, you could tell they were struggling to try to talk. So I don't fuck with striking sports anymore. If you're going to fight for a living, I think it's mandatory that you do it. But I take it very seriously. Getting hit in the head, it's not good for you.
There was a time though you didn't really mind it. I mean, no one wants to get hit in the face, but you kind of just go with like, whatever. And then one day you get a shot, and you're like, never again. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm avoiding this
Fighters,
at all costs now.
You can see what happens in them. They get changed. A lot of them do when they get knocked out. Yeah, you can see like they realize like how vulnerable they are. They realize that's possible. Some guys never recover from it.
God bless you guys.
Yeah.
I've got knocked out 3 times in my life.
Really?
And it's always from a blow to the head, and you just see you literally see stars. It goes black. You just see this white, and your teeth always smash together, and then you're just on the ground.
That high-pitched
scary.
fucking whine. Whee! I got knocked the fuck out once. I was on my ass, sitting on the sidewalk, not knowing what happened. And some guy was just laughing at me. and I'm bleeding out of my fucking eyebrow, just fucking bleeding like a motherfucker, going, wow, I just got fucking sucker punched so bad.
He was laughing?
He was laughing. It was this guy, like, it was during, I think I was in high school or junior high or some shit, and there was this guy, I was living out in California, this Mexican kid, and he used to hate me, and I didn't like him, but it was kind of it was an unspoken hatred thing. And he's like, hey, come here, let's fucking slap box a little here. And we were in front of, like, the thrifty drug and discount store there. And I was going to get a triple scoop cone. And
seagulls drinking out of puddles.
So he's like, fucking. So we start slap boxing a little. And he went in with a slap, and I kind of went back. And then when I came back forward, he had a fist waiting for me. Bam! Right in the fucking eye. And I went right down on my ass. Which hurt even more because, like you said, my teeth just went clank. Felt my spine. I think I got shorter. It was just wham right on my ass, and I'm bleeding. And as I opened the one good eye that was left, and it started like the tunnel vision started stopping a little, I just were like, like motherfucker. I wanted him dead for years.
Dude.
Yeah, he was a real prick. Big
That's
fat
a
Mexican
dude that knocks the
cocksucker.
guy out and isn't scared afterwards. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God, what did I do?
No, he loved seeing the blood and seeing me on my ass.
I know, right? It's not like, am I going to get sued? Am I going to jail?
He didn't give a shit.
That was the days when
That's
you didn't worry
scary
about
shit.
lawsuits.
Yeah,
That's
who
not
cares?
good. It's not good.
He got knocked out by Jack Nicholson in The
Hope a
Departed.
Border
He felt
patrolman
funny.
shot him.
Yeah. There was a time you didn't worry about lawsuits and all that crap.
Yeah, back in the good old days.
I just got
Good old
knocked out
days.
over dumb shit. I remember it was a blizzard of 78, and we got snowed in at the Blue Hill Regional School. So we're sleeping in the gym, and they had these ropes hanging from the ceiling. So me and my brother start swinging on them, and as we're both facing each other as we're going by, like laughing as we get closer and closer. Then there was that one fateful time we both had a look of panic. We passed each other, dude, just like two bells, and like the back of our heads just bam, right off the ropes onto those little AMF pads.
Yeah.
And then, like assholes, I swear to God, not even an hour later, we get back on them again.
Oh my God.
Same thing again.
course.
Both times.
You shithead.
You got knocked out twice?
I've got knocked out 3 times in my life, and twice within the same hour.
That's real dangerous, man.
My-
That's real
he
dangerous.
did it
You get
again?
knocked out more
Yeah.
than once in a day.
Really?
My best knockout was because I called my good friend the N-word.
Oh, well.
Really?
Apparently not that good a friend as you thought.
No, Joe.
You called him a nigger and he punched you in the head and knocked you out?
Yeah, but see, that sounds really bad, so let me explain. Like, I was part of the basketball culture growing up, and I had a lot of black friends, and I was playing a little pickup game, and Gary was on my team, and he sunk a fine three-pointer, and I pointed to him, and I said, nice shot.
No way.
But you said
Yeah,
with the
but-
A, you were like,
Put that
nigga.
No, I went ER, but
Oh,
because
no, you
ER
didn't go
was
ER.
the ER was way in back then. But Joe, I mean, to defend myself, they were using it among each other, so I figured I'm part of the black culture, so I could use it too.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong. Listen, it's just a fucking word. What's important is intent. The problem is
No.
we've given people the ability to, they use this word like it's a magic ticket to be able to punch you in the face anytime they want.
I was complimenting my friend, and that's
Of
the
course.
truth.
All you had to
And-
say was
and I haven't-
my and use the A and have A, but you
A.
just
I gotta.
No, you can't get away with even that with something.
No.
I know, I'm joking.
Joe,
I'm just
I
joking.
got a chip tooth to this day, and I don't even think I got the full word out before I was out cold on the basketball court.
Wow. And what did he say when he woke you up?
We never talked again.
What? He didn't apologize? Nothing?
Hell fucking no.
Oh, my God.
That's how I
Damn.
remember it. I don't think we ever talked again. That was obviously the end of the game for me because I was like, in La La Land.
It's all right,
Just
because
so
you're still
fucking
white.
silly.
Right.
How do you guys feel about the word faggot? Because I keep hearing, this is the latest that I keep hearing.
That's the new
is
N-word.
That's like the same as saying nigger. It's
Yeah.
like for gay people. Gay people can call themselves that, but you're not allowed to use that. I'm like, that's nonsense. We already have one fucked up word like that.
Yeah.
We don't need another fucked up
Well,
crazy word.
I think intent on that one and context is all important because I've used the word faggot my whole life as far as saying to friends, you want to come out? What are you doing? Don't be a faggot. Grab your mitt. We're going to the fucking play some ball or
Exactly. It
something.
doesn't have anything
It
to
had
do with
nothing
being
to
gay.
do with gay. Nothing to do with being gay.
We're going to lose.
I fight this. I fight this all the time. I'm like, this is silly. I got in a big argument with a gay comic about it in Boston. I'm like, this is silly. It's intent is what's important. You can't
Yeah.
have fucking another magic word.
Well-
We've been saying it our whole
Yeah.
lives.
Well, we lost the N-word. We're losing the F word.
I'm not giving up
And-
retard. I'm not giving up
and-
fucking you're retarded.
Give up. You can't give it up.
No.
Let's
You're not saying you have a disease. You have Down syndrome.
Right.
You're saying you're fucking
You're
retarded.
just being a fucking retard is what you're
Joe,
doing.
you got to continue fighting the good fight because we're pretty much losing faggot. And fast forward 2 years, the list will be ridiculous of
No,
words
we
we're
have
not allowed to
stand our
say.
ground. That's how I feel about the fanny pack as well.
And
Yeah.
I'm bringing back fanny packs, and I'm bringing back faggot.
and I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand where you're not allowed to say a word that other people are allowed to say.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
That's what the gay guy was saying.
That's what confuses me.
That makes
No,
sense.
no,
You know what it's like?
it
It's
doesn't
like
make
this
sense.
is what it's like.
There's
it's like
consequences
I'll
if
tell-
you
I'll
use
tell
the
you what.
word.
No, I'll tell you what. That's like you can't kick the shit out of my little brother, but I can.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's nuts.
It's not nuts. It
It's
just
a magic
makes sense.
word.
I think
man.
it's nuts, man. If a group of people are
Pondering your little
are allowed
thing
to
there.
use the word, why am I not allowed to use it? I mean, if I'm going to use it, there's consequences. I could get the shit kicked
Well,
out
why
of me,
would you
right?
want
I can't
to.
I'm
believe
not-
that
I just
guy
want-
knocked you
I
out
just-
for saying it as a friend.
Bill, to be honest,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't use the word. I want to be able to.
Yeah, well, I do a
I
joke
wanna be
about
able to
how
say
I use it only on stage when I'm explaining like that it's talking about the word. That's the only time I use it, either on stage or when I know for sure there's no black people around.
Right. I only use it in my car with the windows rolled up after I've been cut off.
Look, I don't think that like saying like faggot. You can't compare it. You weren't like enslaved and dragged here from another country.
Yeah,
there
but-
wasn't like that whole kind of
But
thing.
They don't show importance to the word.
Gays
Gays don't show importance to the word.
I think they're trying to piggyback onto
sexy.
Well, they want to have their own special word that's discriminated.
forget it.
I love how Bill just goes,
Why try?
Forget
Why
it. Why
try?
am I
You know
bothering?
what? I got an hour and a half sleep last night. I give up. I give up.
Brandon's saying that 2 minutes ago I said I was never knocked out. I think Joe Rogan was saying he was never knocked out.
Yeah, I said I've never been unconscious, but I've been dropped.
And if I said I was never knocked out, that's a lie.
No, you
I
said
mean,
you were
Gary,
knocked out. He probably just
Gary
said
knocked
our
the
voices.
fuck out of me.
That's so fucked up that guy would think that it's okay to do that just because you said a word, even though clearly your intent wasn't to insult him.
Dude,
clearly.
he's standing out there. There's other black guys in the
Yeah,
court, and then he has to come off like he gave him the permission to call him that.
I hate
He's
to.
lucky he didn't stomp your head after it.
How ridiculous is that?
Bill is absolutely right. He had to.
He had
I'm
to.
not happy about
Really?
it, but now looking back, I'm like, he had to.
Yeah, he had to.
No,
he had to save
just
face
had to say,
with his
no, don't do
boys.
that.
But
That's
I
all he
thought
had to say.
I thought I was in.
Another time I
learned
got
wasn't
knocked
in.
out.
Thought I was
Another time I got knocked out. I got run over by a Jeep.
Really?
I was racing my brother home, and he could always beat me from a dead stop. So I was like, I know, I'll cross the street as we're racing. And I swear to God,
there
I
you
thought
go.
I looked, and I drove right out in front of this guy, and I got hit. Next thing I was upside down. Last thing I remember seeing was the bumper and one of the front tires.
Wow.
I wish I had video to see how I didn't get run
Could've
over
been-
because I
yeah.
woke up and I was laying right on the double yellow line. Like I was
Holy
knocked out for
shit.
like literally like whatever the amount of time it took the guy to pull over because I stood up and ran to the sidewalk and the biggest dude you ever saw get out of this Jeep crying like a baby because I was like in second grade and he was just like,
Oh, he
oh
thought
my
it was
God,
it.
I hit him.
His
I
life's
hit him."
over.
Oh yeah,
That's
I'll
your-
buy you a new bike. You know.
That's your worst nightmare.
Oh my
If you're
God.
driving
Yeah,
a car,
I mean,
hitting
having
a kid?
die.
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
fuck. That's your worst nightmare.
It would be horrible, horrible.
You ever sprint across the street without looking?
Yeah.
What a
I almost
great
got hit
feeling.
once when I was 20.
What a great feeling.
Main Street, 25A. Aunt knows where I used to live. A
Yeah.
very busy street. The ball would go across the street, the basketball mostly. And every once in a while, you would sprint without looking. I guess because you know that you were running so fast that the odds that you would actually get
That's
hit.
insanity.
Fuck that. Holy shit.
I remember as a kid, I did that a few times.
Look
for
both
real.
ways, you nut.
And what a great feeling, though, man, when you get to the other
feeling.
side.
Hey, Bill, let me ask you this, man. Bill, when you were knocked out, you said you've been knocked unconscious 3 times.
Yeah.
Did you feel different after like the 3rd time? Do you ever feel like maybe you lost a step?
No, because
I'm not saying you're retarded.
it was literally like they all happened like 2nd grade and then twice in like the 5th grade. So your brain just recovers then, I think.
But you are saying that your memory's gone a little bit.
Oh, my memory is going.
No, I'm just wondering, because I know the question in MMA has always been how many times can you get knocked out where you can still safely compete.
All right. Well, I basically smashed heads with my brother who was in 1st grade, which is obviously not the same as getting punched by Chuck Liddell. So.
Well, it is for a 1st grader.
Banging heads
Decent point.
was the worst feeling.
Decent point.
Heads banging together, man, it's scary as fuck.
That clunking sound
that
is
clash.
just
You know that. What about the head?
dunk.
Yeah, on the asphalt.
Yeah,
And when you play with the Nerf football and somebody go up for it, and you hear that classic coconut. Boom.
Oh, man.
Somebody's
so
head.
bad.
That makes people puke.
Have you guys
Not the
ever
person
seen
that falls,
Nigel
like,
Benn?
what?
If you guys are boxing fans, Nigel Benn fought Gerald McClellan, and they clashed heads. This is like in the 90s. Gerald McClellan was I think he was the super middleweight champion at the time, or maybe light heavyweight. They clashed heads, and Gerald McClellan started bleeding inside of his brain.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he sat down in his corner.
TKO.
He gave up. He went down to one knee, sat down in his corner, and immediately blacked out. And they took him to the hospital. The guy had bleeding in his fucking brain. He's never been the same since. And that was from a headbutt.
Wow.
God damn.
Can
They were both trying to hit each other, and they came in and clashed heads, and one guy had a harder fucking head.
Yeah, apparently. Wow.
I mean, it was a long, drawn-out boxing match, and the guy had lost a lot of weight, so that makes you even more. When you see
more
guys
vulnerable.
like cut weight, it makes you very vulnerable to head trauma.
Oh, have you ever seen that? Like when you watch
dehydrated.
like boxing, somebody the crown of their head will hit somebody right in the orbital of bone of their eye.
yeah.
It's just like, ugh.
Yeah, that's serious shit, man. How about fucking rugby?
Yeah, that's a wild sport.
Those guys are fucking
Let's do
animals.
that with no safety equipment. on.
My brother was a hardcore rugby guy, and nothing but props to him. I mean, that sport is insane.
Yeah, that sport doesn't get nearly as much props. I'm really kind of surprised that it never caught on in America. It's almost like it's so rugged and it beats you up so bad that like football players are like, listen, let's just say no to that.
He played for Oneonta, and I like to think I'm tough. I like to think I'm tough, and then I saw him play rugby. I'm like, fuck no.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't
compound fractures.
Hell fucking no.
And they're always doing shit like digging their fingers in each other's asses and shit in the scrum. They fuck each other up.
Yeah.
They do nasty shit to each other.
Unfortunately, one of my brother's
I
friends.
wasn't aware of that.
Unfortunately, one of my friends, brother's friends, got paralyzed playing rugby, and guess what? They continued playing.
Oh my god!
Next year, they're out there playing. Never stopped them.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's someone close to them.
Wow.
Yep.
And there's not even any money in rugby. It's not like you're doing it for millions of dollars.
They just signed a $20 million rugby
these
contract.
guys-
You never hear that one.
It takes a special person, man. These guys loved it.
The A-Rod of rugby.
Amazing
They
how
loved it.
popular it is in other countries, but just not here.
And now my brother's waiting for his 3rd kid and stays away from all that.
Yeah, once you have kids, man, that turns you into a giant pussy. I had a daughter a year ago. I'm a dad now. I'm a huge pussy now.
Oh, really? What has changed, Joe? Besides the obvious, the
you
obvious
want to nerf
stuff.
the fucking world. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're like, why is everybody going so fast? What the fuck?
Slow down.
Easy, I got the baby. You're
Rounded
fucked.
corners with padding and everything. Yeah.
Your instincts, your
My-
protective instincts.
You know what? I wanted to stop the show for a second. The brilliance of Joe Rogan. I want to nerf the world.
Nerf the world.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. My brother brings
how
over
it
his
feels.
daughter, and she's one, and brings her over to my house from his house, which he put down like fucking padding in his living room. He had hardwood floors. You go in there now, and it's this interlocked like puzzle pieces of colorful padding. So again, I go, this is your fucking house now? I go, Joe, this is your house? We snorted coke like fucking madmen. We smoked fucking freebase, and here it is with colorful puzzle piece things. So he comes over my house, and I might as well have, this is my end table made of like samurai swords. It's wonderful. This here is a glass table made of shards that were glued together, and every time the baby goes by, I find myself like taking my hand and like cupping whatever is sharp around the baby's head.
Yeah, definitely.
And everything is sharp.
But imagine if it was your baby.
Oh,
It would be an even more intense feeling because literally it's like you. It's a part of you.
Yeah.
It's a very innocent love. I mean, it's better than you. You actually would probably die to save the baby.
Yeah.
That sounds like bullshit. That sounds like something in a movie.
No, but you're right. They do. They get like that. My brother I call it sleeping next to the bean pod, like in Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Because the one thing you're doing is, I don't want to be one of these. I gotta stay awake. I gotta fucking do this. I can't do this. You fall asleep. You're like, dude, this is the greatest thing. It's not bad. You have a baby. You fell asleep next to the pod.
Well, it's because your brain produces a ton of oxytocin. Oxytocin is a chemical, and I talk about it on stage. I say it's to keep you from eating them when you get really hungry. But that's really what it is. It's like this incredible love drug that your brain produces.
Wow.
And if you think it's cute, like
I get that during a blowjob.
Your baby is just you can't believe how much you love them.
I was talking to Jim Brewer about being a parent, and he told me you understand murder when you become a father, and you understand, and you also realize that you are capable of killing another human being when you become a father.
What was
Just if like someone is fucking with your kid or something, you understand that you could actually kill somebody.
Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting. He's like, yeah, I
Especially
understand what
coming
murder's
from
all
Jim
about.
is like the nicest guy
Yeah,
ever.
I know.
Oh yeah, he's like, no, you understand that you could actually kill somebody.
You dead, Hammer.
Because soon as you see,
I love Jim.
yeah, he said, as soon as you see your kid crying and someone caused that, all bets are off. You understand that you could kill.
There was a story in the news today. I was driving in. This creep out on Long Island, I think it was. He had a camera rigged up.
Oh, what a great story!
For
yeah,
a 16 and some 16-year-old girl was in the bathroom, and that's who he was.
But the camera was in another house, right?
Yeah, it was in another. Like he really
it wasn't like a
rigged this
tenant
thing.
or nothing. He actually somehow got into this room of the neighbor's house and set up cameras.
And they talked to the father of the girl. And he was like, he goes, I know this probably isn't the right thing to say. He goes, but I want to kill this guy.
Yeah.
He goes, I want this guy dead.
Yeah.
And you know he meant it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
That's like that guy. Remember a long time ago, his kid was taking those karate classes, and he got molested by the teacher.
Oh, yeah.
And they're bringing the guy
they're
out.
bringing him through
the guy
by the phone
turns
booths.
around. He blew the guy's brains out.
He was standing by the
television.
payphones. Yeah, he was standing right by the payphones. The cops were leading this guy out. It was like a fucking Lee Harvey Oswald, Jack Ruby moment.
How much time did that guy wind up doing?
Not a lot.
Nope.
We did that story on the
He
show.
spun around, missed all the cops that were around this guy, and fucking nailed him with a headshot on a spin.
Look, they had to put him away for a little bit, but in the end, they kind of understood the guy's side.
And
So
the
how
guy
much
right
time
away
did he do,
dropped
a
the
year?
gun, put his hands up, and just went,
Yep.
all right, my job's done. Go
Yep.
ahead, take
That's
me
all
away.
I wanted to
That's
do.
all I wanted to do. Now,
Yeah.
consequences, schmonsequences.
Yeah.
But how much time did he wind up doing? Does
I
anybody
don't know.
know?
We're looking at it. Danny, the king of the internet, is looking it up right now.
I need
How could you convince, if you were on the jury, that whole, you
I know.
can't have citizens taking the law in their own hands. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, it's tough.
saved
to,
me money.
It's tough to vote against
Taxpayer.
That
Probably
guy. Yeah, I feel
father,
like
molested.
you got to kill them. Child molesters, you can't fix them.
revenge, no, not revenge. What's that? What's that goddamn word for it?
Vigilante.
Oh, yeah, right,
vigilante.
That's what he got arrested for?
Yeah, well, no, I'm not sure. I'm just looking for a search.
Paul Kersey.
You'd
Paul
be amazed
Kersey.
at how many
Statute.
martial arts instructors wind up molesting kids. I've heard a bunch of stories about that.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, that's
Holy
pretty common,
shit.
man. I've heard it a bunch of times.
Well, yeah, a lot of child molesters usually go into things that keep them around kids.
Yeah,
Like, that's
how
why
fucked up
everyone
is that?
gets suspects. Because
Scouting.
it's like, scouting, fucking baseball coach or little league coach or something. It's like they always put themselves in
Yep.
these positions where they're able to be around kids a lot.
Do you remember when Michael Jackson was going to buy a house in Vegas across the street from an elementary school?
Yeah.
They were like, "No fucking way!"
Yeah,
It's like
stop
that's like
it.
Dracula moving into your neighborhood. Literally.
I
Here's
just
a guy
want to
that
go
doesn't want to
across
be
the
seen in
street and
sunlight,
play.
Yeah.
and he wants to fuck your kids, and he moved right next door.
Great.
Joe,
He's got millions of dollars. He can hide things.
Imagine being the guy on the block though with the son with the long blonde hair, the cutest kid on the block, and
Oh,
you're
my
like, wait,
God.
Michael Jackson is moving in the fucking neighborhood.
Oh, and you know Michael Jackson probably. I mean, he's got to be giving those parents money. The only way those parents are letting their kids play around him in the first place, he's got to be helping them out. It's really like a vampire movie. It really is.
Frightening, man.
Hey, Joe, you're on Twitter, right?
Yes.
What's your name?
JoeRogan.net. It's spelled D-O-T-N-E-T. I couldn't get Joe Rogan. Somebody already got it.
Wait, so that's your Twitter name?
Yeah. Well, it's Joe Rogan. If you could find me on Twitter, just search Joe Rogan.
So it's
Joe Rogan, D-O-T-N-E-T, all one word. That's my name on Twitter.
Are you serious?
Hell yeah, I follow you, Opie Radio. I was watching your Kevin Smith video cast.
Well, it was horrible.
But it was still kind of cool, man. He was at Carnegie Hall.
Yeah, I turned off my. I was dumb. I turned off my. I got an HD flip that I love, and I turned it off, and then I got footage of him at Carnegie Hall on my cell phone. The only reason
what does he do when he does those shows? Is he just talking about?
You know what? It's a great concept because I mean I was telling Jimmy, being a stand-up comic like yourself, people expect laughs. He went up on stage and he's just talking to the audience, getting huge laughs. But I think in a way the pressure's off. He could tell some stories. He does some Q&A, and they were on the edge of their seats. That they loved him. I loved him.
He knows how to tell a good story.
He's a great storyteller.
Take a lot of these behind the scenes things that happen in his life and in making movies and shit like that, and just he tells a great story.
You know what?
Yeah, I've seen video of him doing that stuff online.
Yeah. There's plenty of it.
Yeah, he's a very interesting guy.
I don't say it enough. I saw when I was wandering around the country, I met Joe Rogan for the first time because he stood up for us when we did the church incident, and he was at the Comedy Store, and I was blown away by Rogan's comedy. Blown away.
Oh, well, thanks, man.
And I wish you would come, east more often so we could see you.
I know. I've been lazy, and ever since I've had my daughter, I've been trying to stay at home a little bit more. I've been traveling a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's thought-provoking, and I don't know. I really like your stuff.
This stand-up special that I did that's on Spike this Saturday is, I think it's my best stuff yet. I'm pretty happy with it. But now I got to write a whole new act.
Yeah. That's what sucks for you guys.
Right, now do it again.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
People want to hear some of the old jokes, like people yell out stuff like do this, do that, but you got to give them a bunch of new shit too. It's mandatory.
You know what's funny, Joe, is they always end up yelling out the punchline too.
Yes. Hey, do that joke, flying squirrel pussy people. What the fuck, dude?
Great.
Yeah, that's the last sentence. Thanks.
I always say, do that to get to the other side. Then you gotta be like, hey, why'd the chicken cross the road? It's just like, all the shock's gone there, buddy.
Well, yeah, they don't understand the structure.
Well, Joe, we just did an hour like it was nothing.
Yeah, I love you guys, man. Like I said, I'm a huge fan still. I still listen every single day. Whenever I'm in my car. My only problem is it's not live here in the West Coast.
I know.
A West Side version of the virus.
Yeah, we were trying to set the time where we start a little later, so then we get some West Coast action. But maybe someday we'll figure all that out.
Yeah, because it fucks us up. Like drive time here, we don't get you. It goes right into Ron and Fez, which are great. I like Ron and Fez, but I like you guys better.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Mr. Rogan.
Well, I just I got to fix my tweet before I send it because I want to do the @Joe Rogan so you get some followers there. But I just wrote.
Cool. Thanks, man.
I just wrote, ask Joe Rogan what changes when you become a father. His answer: you want to nerf the world. I love that. I love that line.
Really, what it is, man. You really feel like you just want to cover all the hard corners.
I like it because it comes from a tough guy like Joe Rogan, who's seen and done it all. All right, Joe. Talking Monkeys in Space is the name of the special. Premieres this Saturday at midnight on Spike TV.
Yes.
Check them out. Very
Thanks,
funny.
guys.
Man.
I miss you guys. Can't wait. Next time I'll be in New York. I'll have to come in for a couple of days.
Wait, are you doing the UFC thing in Philly?
Yes.
Oh, we'll be there.
All right.
Oh, are you guys going to be there?
Fuck yeah, we're going to hook up.
Okay, what is that? That's on a Friday? You know what I'll do? How about I'll fly in and I'll come on your show. I'll come in on Thursday night. I'll come on your show on Friday morning and then go.
Fucking rock, man.
Book it.
All right, we'll do that.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Take care, Bill.
All right, Joe.
Joe Rogan. God damn it. That was an hour?
He is the shit.
That was more than an hour.
Dude, I got to no. He's like
the shit, man.
He is really, really underrated as a comedian, just because so many people, because he's had such a big TV career.
There's the fear,
that
fear
they don't
factor
understand.
Thing,
They don't under. He's had like, but I've been doing this 17 years, and there's like a half dozen sets that I that stand out in my mind of guys I saw. And one of them is his. I saw him at the Aspen Comedy Festival in like 2003. I mean, he's like he's a brilliant comedian.
Really fucking fun. The thing is, he's been an actor. Seen him on TV shows and stuff like that, and then Fear Factor, and then with UFC and stuff like that. And then a comic. It's kind of like the weird thing to throw in there, and you wouldn't think like, oh, is this some guy who does a comedy as a hobby or something like that? No, he's fucking hysterical.
And I'll be honest, because of the Fear Factor, when I saw him at the Comedy Store, I'm like, all right, well, what?
Oh, the Fear Factor guy?
No, but I liked Fear Factor, but it was in two different categories. Fear Factor, how could he be funny on stage? And I sat there, I was blown the fuck
multifaceted.
away.
No, I think that's
blown away by his stuff. Really smart, and thought-provoking, things too.
Well, hopefully, I remember talking to him right after this special came out. I think this is going to be a huge thing for him.
Yeah,
I hope they captured.
They captured his insanity.
No, it'd be great for stand-up if they did. Yeah, it's always great when a guy as good as him puts out a special and it's killer. So.
Right. All right, we got lots to do still. Fucking PETA is after the Obama fly thing.
I knew it. I fucking
Get the
called
fuck
this.
out of here.
Dude, it's a funny little story about
Are you finally
Obama
defending
getting bugged by a
Obama?
fly. Yes.
Are you finally defending Obama?
Of course I am.
It took him killing a fly
When
for you to be on board?
Of course. Murderer.
No, we'll talk about it next. It's amazing. And then we got a lady that is obsessed with rabbits. She's not allowed to have rabbits. She continues to have rabbits, so she's in deep shit. Ugh. And, the man impersonating his dead mother
That's
is the
a good
story
Norman
of the day.
Bates story, man.
So
love it.
So more with Bill Burr in just a minute here, but first this. Bill Burr in studio, filling in for Jim Norton. You're going to be here tomorrow too, right, Bill?
Yes, I am.
Nice. We like when Bill stops by. He's got a nice little angle on everything. Nice little take.
Yeah. Kick back and let Joe Rogan deliver all the laughs.
Man.
That's my angle.
That was an easy hour, wasn't it?
Oh,
so everyone has seen the Obama killing a fly video by now.
I missed it.
Yes.
If you haven't, then you're just not connected to the internet.
Cruel
You missed
to
it,
the
really?
I missed it.
flies.
Whatever. He killed a fly.
We got the audio. It might be worth playing.
Hey, get out of here. That's the most persistent fly I've ever seen. Nice.
His first kill.
Now, where were we? That was pretty impressive, wasn't it? I got it. I got the second. What do you think, Gibbs? That is very good. It's on. It's right there. Right there. You want to film that? There it is.
I like how they can't just smoothly get back into the interview. They got to keep
Very
talking.
good, Mr.
That's right.
President,
Yes,
very good.
You killed the fly.
Killed that fly. Very good.
Well, it was a nice shot, wasn't it? Well, yes, it was.
Well,
Good.
that's where it
Little
should end.
fly family is going to get a...
Why can't we just?
We
send
regret
some-
to inform you that your son, the fly, was killed in action today by the President of the United States.
That's where it should have ended, but here it is. PETA wishes. I just heard.
He didn't call the fly a sucker.
Right. PETA wishes Obama hadn't swatted that fly.
Why? What is
Well-
their reasoning? Every life is sacred?
I hope they all get malaria. Even though you get it from mosquito, don't you?
PETA.
Whatever, same thing.
Hate
This
PETA.
this first line is going to kill you. Listen to this. The group, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, wants the fly swatter in chief to try taking a more humane attitude the next time he's bedeviled by a
Trap
fly
it
in
and
the
let
White
it go
House.
in its own fucking, in a big pile of shit? How are you supposed to, what are you supposed to do when a fly is bugging you? Because that's what they do. In your ear, landing on you. You kill it. Mm-hmm. What do they want you to do?
Well, PETA is sending President Obama a catch-a-bug humane bug catcher, a device that allows users to trap a housefly and then release it outside.
Catch and release a fucking fly.
Right. You know what's funny? I love animals and I can't stand PETA.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know, the way they do it is just, I mean, first of all, you're talking about insects here. I mean,
Yes. Let's stop.
yeah, fly, you know.
Draw the line somewhere. What can we kill? What would
It's
PETA
not like
not
he grabbed
be a
it by the wings and started pulling its legs off.
Yeah. Burning it with a magnifying glass on the news.
Like we used to do.
Of course. It's fun.
You do it one time, and then you're like,
Is
oh,
that the
gosh,
catch and
what am I
release?
doing?
How does that work, Danny?
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm not quite sure.
Does the fly through the tube and go inside?
That looks like too much work.
No, that's like a.
And it looks
I have no
ugly
idea what that is.
if you're trying to keep up a nice.
That looks like the
apartment or
thing you
house.
wipe your ass with that we were talking about the other day.
The comfort stick.
Comfort stick.
Did
the
you buy a
shit
comfort stick there, Bill?
I was just watching that black guy breakdance when he realized he wasn't the baby's daddy.
Come on.
More.
I'm sorry. What is a comfort stick?
All right, let's get through this, and then because
then we'll go for
you're a
comfort
fan
stick.
of that late night TV.
You like the infomercial?
Oh yeah. I buy stuff.
I know,
Set it
you-
and forget it.
You brought the fucking
ShamWow.
ShamWow. And
You turned us on to the
I
ShamWow.
bought the little onion yeah, and look what it did. A couple
The
months
chopper.
later,
That's right.
he bites a hooker.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
All right, so the catcher bug, humane bug
see what you
catcher,
do.
a device that allows users to trap a housefly and then release it outside. We support compassion even for the most curious, smallest, and least sympathetic animals, PETA spokesman blah, blah, blah said. We believe that people, where they can be compassionate, should be for all animals. This is a
It's not
joke.
an animal. It's a
Is this-
bug.
Is this the Onion?
Yeah, what is this?
This
It's the Onion. Yeah.
Is it the Onion for real? Is this a real story? I don't want to be tricked.
No, it's real.
Come on. Really?
Doesn't matter, even a fly.
During the interview, well, then they explain, and still, swatting a fly on TV indicates he's not perfect, this guy from PETA said, and we're happy to say that we wish he hadn't.
If it was, if it was, like, say, George Bush that did that, I think they'd take a little more of a hard line. They seem like they're like, well, we really wish he wouldn't have done that. They'd have been like, protest!
They're smart. PETA's
There's-
smart. They know
right there.
they would get headlines today.
PETA on president's fly. He isn't Buddha. He's a human being, and human beings have a long way to go.
Boy, kid gloves, man. Even PETA. They would have been all over a Republican. All over it.
Fucking Iran.
they
Still
do.
rocking it.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Come on,
There's some
Iran.
trouble going on over there.
I think it's more because he's a black guy. If he was a black Republican, even then they would have to tone it down a level.
I think you're right, but we never see a black Republican as a president.
Don't you guys have a couple just to
Yeah,
you paid them off to
just
come
have
out and be
around.
like, nah, they're good white guys.
Just to zoom in with the camera. They zoom in on them at the conventions and stuff.
Dude, it's all a crock of shit
Oh,
anyways.
thank you,
course it
Bill.
is.
That's
It's-
my
it-
new.
it's for
That's
those-
my new take. I don't give a
That's why
shit who's in there anymore.
Yeah.
I really
What
don't.
if Obama said, we're going to get you out of Iraq? He left that whole part, and then we're going to send him to Afghanistan. Dude, have you ever watched like one of those things on like the Navy SEAls
Oh,
or
yeah.
like the Army Rangers, the Special Forces? You could send a dozen of them in there, and they'd come back with Osama's head in like 8 days.
Oh.
Yeah.
You don't need to send all these aircraft carriers and crap in there to get.
No. Send a few squads in there. Know what they're
Yeah.
doing. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. Are they golfing?
Yeah, you guys
In the rain?
You guys finish the show. I got to watch golf.
They're golfing in the rain.
Dude, it is pouring at Bethpage Black, and Tiger Woods is
Juicing.
wow. He's hitting in the woods. He's not having a good first round.
Look at the
all.
weather. It sucks. How do you play golf in that?
What a nightmare.
Stop it.
Tiger Woods is huge. He's
They're-
on the juice, man. I'm telling you.
You think?
Oh,
That's a bold statement.
Look at him.
oh,
and then he misses
for bogey. That
For
was.
bogey.
I think Tiger's
Double
2 over
bogey.
already
Oh, no.
after 5 or 6 holes.
Tiger can't play in the rain.
All right, Ed. Jesus,
Just can't. He's playing like shit.
I connected the dots there.
I wasn't even trying to make any kind of racial joke. I swear to you, I was not even making a racial joke.
All right.
I'm trying to think what the racial joke was there.
God forbid.
I know, I'm trying to
God
figure out what
forbid,
it was.
after listening to you for years, that I would assume that.
The Tiger can't play in the rain. I'm like, wait a minute, where's my racism there?
Well, it's raining so hard that. All right. All right.
That he
Ed.
would have
I
to. Would he have to
apologize.
Does it go
swim
back
and he
to a
couldn't?
swimming joke?
I thought you were going for a swimming joke.
Okay.
I really did.
No, that would really be raining.
Huh?
That would really be raining.
Well, it is raining like that. It's
Yeah.
raining cats and dogs.
Oh, Opie, come on, that was
What?
inappropriate.
The
After
comfort
the PETA
stick.
story,
Comfort
Yeah.
stick for Bill.
please.
You must be busy. You're not watching late night TV. This is all the rage. Can we play the commercial for Bill?
Yeah, this is
We did an hour on this the other day,
This
but we
is-
got to get your take on this one.
Okay.
just.
we
fucking
got to get. Some people said it was the best hour we've
I
done.
thought it
in
was
years.
a parody.
For
I
over
thought it was a
100
parody.
years,
Yeah,
we've
listen.
been scrunching and folding toilet paper.
They make it so
Finally,
hard
there's a
to use
better
toilet
way.
paper.
Comfort Wipe, the sanitary paper extension arm and holder. The first improvement to toilet paper as we know it since the 1880s. It extends your reach a full 18 inches while it follows the
fucking
contours of the
fat are
body
you?
and
Did
comfortably
you-
cleans.
Exactly.
It's as easy to use as a shower brush.
Oh.
Just pop on the toilet tissue and when through, just press the release button button and the tissue drops right into the toilet.
Does it?
Think about it. Toilet paper is really archaic and disgusting. The comfort wipe is a
Yeah, but
modern
having that
solution.
around the house after
That's
it's been
right.
up your ass is
Never
fine.
touch another dirty toilet tissue.
Being a big guy certainly has its advantages and its disadvantages. This is a great product.
It's embarrassing to have someone help you with your personal matters.
Jesus Christ.
The Comfort Wipe allows you to maintain your dignity while you maintain your personal hygiene.
Comfort Wipe, the sanitary paper extension arm and holder. The first improvement to toilet paper as we know it since the 1880s.
What happened
It extends
in
your reach a
1880?
full 18 inches while it follows the contours of your body and comfortably cleans. So if you or someone you love suffers from the loss of range of motion, or if you're someone who just doesn't want to touch dirty toilet paper, don't be embarrassed. Just get a Comfort Wipe.
So it says-
Order now and we'll send you the Comfort Wipe for just $19.99. Plus, we'll send you the Get a Grip. Just pay separate shipping and handling. It's the
pull out the
assist
shit?
handle that
Oh.
installs in seconds. Getting in and out of the tub has never been more comfortable. You get it all, the Comfort Wipe and the Get a Grip. The entire $50 value for just $19.99. But you have to call now.
You know what that
get
is?
it.
That's just the fat fuck bathroom gift pack.
Yeah, that's what it is. They show a young girl
Handles to pull
using
yourself
it.
up out of the tub.
Yeah.
You slip and fall.
I have a question about this thing because apparently the way it works is that you take the toilet paper and you squish it in that hole at the end.
Yeah.
And then when you're done, I guess it's air pressure that pops the toilet paper out of
Might
what's
be
holding it,
mechanic. Oh, it does look like a little
like a
plunger.
little plungy thing.
Yeah.
So how is that holding toilet paper like tight enough where you could
Where
wipe your
it's
ass?
not just gonna. How many times does the guy come back with that and the toilet paper's gone?
Gone, and there's just shit all over the end of the
Shit on the end of your fucking thing. Now you got to wash it.
Oh, yeah. Being a big guy has its advantages.
Yeah.
For what?
And its disadvantages.
You get to feel what a heart attack feels like before all your friends.
just on a daily basis.
You can hide things in your double chin.
And then that woman, having people help her. She needed people to wipe her ass. And then they're grabbing their shoulders and going like, ooh, ow, ooh. Like wiping her ass is such a workout.
Well, wouldn't you use your other fucking arm at that point?
Maybe you go lefty for a little while. Oh, what's the matter?
I've been on hold.
Oh, with who?
I want to order one of them.
Oh, you're ordering one?
Just start telling them how out of shape you are.
Hi. I need to get a grip and a...
I separated my shoulder
Extension
wiping
arm.
my ass. Can you help me with a product?
There is no need for a shit stick. Unless, you're
Jesus.
a giant fatso.
It's not easy to order one of these fucking things.
They're flying off the fucking shelves over
How many
there,
do
I
they sell
guess.
into those in like Houston, Memphis?
Oh, yeah.
Some of the
you know
fat
it.
cities.
Big fatties. The big fat
Oh, you got
cities.
to
You're
call
right.
another number just to get a live voice.
Atlanta.
Why?
The number they give is like automated ordering.
Oh. Yeah.
Fuck.
You don't want to talk to somebody about that fucking thing.
I
Yeah,
guess
I
not.
need your shit stick.
I tried.
Chicago. It's got all those failed linemen from Nebraska that didn't make it to the NFL. They just kept eating like they still had a game on Saturday. Now they need a shit stick.
Shit stick.
Get a few of them on The Biggest Loser every year. Ex-athletes that can't.
You know what's the worst? Those guys
that
is-
don't work out anymore, so the weight just,
Yeah, and they lose all the weight, and the elasticity it just never comes back.
Oh, you watched Biggest Loser?
I did up until like last season.
You're finally
my
out?
girl always watches it, and when they start crying, it's just the funniest thing ever.
This might be too inside, but the last season of Biggest Loser, an old guy, he was in his 60s, pretty much had like a heart attack scare. The first workout, fell on the treadmills. His glasses went askew.
My glasses.
They had to rush him off. He gets voted off like the first or second week, okay? Now the season's over. 4 months later, they bring everyone back for the live finale to determine who was the biggest loser, and they bring this guy out. He lost 150 pounds. He's thinner than me, and they don't even like ask the guy how he did it at home.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
he kept falling off the treadmill, and he'd be passed out for 3 days without eating.
Yeah, the guy was old and in horrendous shape. Kicked off the show, comes back, and an amazing weight loss story, and they don't even mention. I'm thinking maybe he had his stomach stapled or something. They
How
just don't
soon
want to
before
mention.
somebody seriously dies on that show?
And then it'll be it.
With that lady screaming at him?
Oh yeah, it'll happen. Man impersonates dead mother to get Social Security benefits. Anyone?
You know, I think somebody who does some shit like this, they ought to. They should have a lenient sentence just for the creativity.
Yeah, he really did
Oh,
go
yeah,
all out.
Yeah, he did.
That's not just,
He's showing a lot of initiative. If
Yeah,
we give this
yeah.
guy a legal job with his stick-to-itiveness and his
Authorities
array
say
of wigs.
49-year-old Thomas Parkin is an accomplished impersonator. So good, in fact, that he collected $117,000 in Social Security checks and rent subsidies by impersonating his mother, Irene Prusik. She died in 2003, but authorities say Parkin impersonated her for years, going as far as donning sunglasses, a wig, and a dress to conduct her personal business.
This comes out number one. This guy's not stupid. This guy's very smart. And, I think, his schemes were absolutely brilliant.
Authorities say the man on the right in this surveillance video, Milton Romolo, was posing as the woman's nephew.
Wow.
He has also been charged in the case.
You have anything you want to say, sir?
Investigators say Parkin falsified his mother's death certificate and lived in his mother's townhouse, collecting rent subsidies and falsely claiming that he had a disability and that his mother was still alive and was his landlord.
And then he dressed up like his mother.
Oh,
Freaky.
man.
And he even had a scarf around his. Maybe they explain the next.
Yeah,
clip.
no, but you know what
a
made it
scarf around
funny?
his neck to hide the Adam's apple.
But you know what made it funny was he went down there with the buddy of his. So they had to have been laughing in the car.
Oh, yeah. Dude, look at this fucking check. Rocks.
But the home had been sold in foreclosure after Prusik died, and a dispute arose between Parkin and the new owner, and authorities got wind of the alleged scam. As they investigated, Parkin dressed up as his mother and tried to keep the ruse alive.
He wore a scarf around his neck so that it would prevent us from seeing the Adam's apple. He had large sunglasses even inside the house when we went to see him, and he had an oxygen mask on his face as well.
He and Romolo are charged with grand larceny, criminal impersonation, and other charges, and they're both being held on $1 million bail.
$1 million?
$1 million bucks is like...
Are you kidding?
That's like murder
no,
shit.
You get less money for murdering someone or less bail.
But you fucked with the Illuminati there.
You fucking
You're trying to
wrench in
get.
this
You're
system.
trying to get off the wheel. They don't let you do that.
Off the wheel?
I like how he dressed like Nancy Reagan.
Yeah, I know. Look at her. The big fucking glasses.
The red. Got the red word.
No.
Nice. Look at her signing that thing. Yeah.
Where do
I sign, Sonny?
It's their money, Anthony.
Yep.
It's theirs. They give it to you, and your job is to get into debt. And if you don't, they take it away from you. That's how it works. You're not supposed to dress up like dead people and get free shit.
So that's why
Then
$1 million
that's
bill.
yeah, $1 million bill. They put him in the bottom of the prison with all the sodomites.
He fucking makes sense sometimes, Bill Burr.
I wasn't listening though. How did they catch him? How did they get suspicious?
Standing up.
Well, they said that because obviously the mother did die, and the house that he was trying to hold on to was sold.
How did it happen?
And I guess he wanted to live in the house, so he just dressed up like her, and a dispute arose between the guy that bought this house and the son.
Okay.
So that's how it got brought to the authorities' attention.
Oh,
That's
shit.
terrible.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. How did your mother die?
Speaking of which, this is worth playing. Sam did a backstage with O&A that features Steve prominently.
Oh!
Listen to this.
And now, backstage with O&A, here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and here at the Opie and Anthony Show, we have a fleet of interns who stand around all day long with their thumb up their ass. We grabbed one and put him to good use.
Mike, you're one of our new interns.
Yes.
What do you hope to gain with this internship?
Pretty much just learning how a radio station works, hang out in a creative environment with people who are funnier than me. Hopefully some of it rubs off on myself.
I have an assignment for you.
All right.
I need you to get to the bottom of why in the year 2009 Steve C has a cell phone with a stylus.
What do you want me to do, get to the bottom of it?
You need to find out why somebody would do that.
All right, where is he?
That's your job, right?
Yeah, I think he's in the studio right now.
Are you going to find him or what?
Yeah, I'm not going to go into the studio.
But will you do
yes,
this?
I will do this, sure.
With the assignment given out, it was up to the intern, whose name I've already forgotten, to figure out why a man who claims not to be completely retarded would have a phone with a stylus.
All right, Steve, can we have a moment of your time?
Sure, Mike, anything for you.
Well, I've been put on duty to inquire about why your phone has a stylus.
The phone is actually a touchscreen phone. It's a Samsung... Wait, no. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's a something.
Oh, boy.
I don't know what the fuck it is. And it's actually a touch screen, but my fingers are too big to actually hit the buttons accurately, so I have to use a stylus to hit the buttons.
So it's a glorified handicap device.
Go home, Mike.
See, this is why I don't want to interview, because I mean, I don't want to poke fun for the show when, I mean, it's a conflict of interest here.
You're still here.
Do I have to leave now?
Bye, Mike.
Sam, see, now you're getting me kicked out of work.
Good riddance, son. Hopefully your next mission will result in more than effeminate whining and utter failure. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
Oh, damn.
You can't set up the
That's
new intern
great.
like that.
Just sold him right out.
See, this is why I didn't want to do it.
See, this is why I get in trouble.
That's pretty funny.
Came here to
Stop
learn
whining.
about radio.
Oh, my God.
Stop it.
Let's go to Dave in Chicago. Dave?
Hey, Opie, why would you really want to get one of those handy wipe things? Birthday gift for that fat fuck Artie Lane?
Oh.
Hey.
I made up with Artie, actually. That was more an off-the-air thing, but we made up. Whatever. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Everything's dandy around here.
Let's go to Bobo. Bobo!
I come for a wipe. I use it on the highway in Jersey. Then I throw it at the homeless bums because I think it's funny.
Boy, he's
More
he's
Bobo.
trying so hard.
Bill Burr's here. He gave you a thumbs up. More.
Then I just go and I take a picture of it and I use it to make E-Rock puke.
This is his Bruce Springsteen impression.
Wow, Bill gave you another thumbs up. Another one.
Keep going.
All right, let me think of another one. I go use it some more. I just rub it on the guy who wrecked my car.
Keep going. You're on a roll here.
Then anyone who tries to rob me, I just throw it at him.
I'm not hearing like Jersey or anything.
Yeah, the Jersey thing.
I'm on the highway in Jersey. I throw it at a car that belongs to a Philly fan.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Give
all I can think of for this
me like one more. Give me like
all I can think of at this point.
give me one more. The thing about the air conditioner. Do that one.
About the air conditioner?
Yeah, do that one. Hurry up, because we have to go to break.
I can't think of a good one about an air conditioner.
Come on, we got to go to break. Hurry up.
Come on, just think on your feet.
I throw it at the guy who did a half-assed job of fixing the air conditioner.
Jesus Christ.
Ew.
All right, punching out. Hopefully I'll see you guys Friday.
All right, boo-boo. See you later, boo-boo.
Watching that video of Bobo where you see his nostril hairs jetting out of his nose.
Why is Footer mad at E-Rock? Let's say hi to Footer.
I just like what is printed up there.
Yo,
What's
up,
up?
boys? No, it's real simple. I'm sitting in my car and I'm really kind of bored. So the best way to get on the air is to just remind everybody how fat and how slobbily E-Rock is. That's it. Really, nothing more, nothing less. Need some attention, and best way to do it.
It just says E-Rock is a big fat slob.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Footer knows how to get on the
See,
air.
everyone starts laughing.
It's just funny.
He knows how to get on the air.
All right.
That's good.
Who likes shrimp? Bill, you like the shrimp?
I like shrimp, but when I really think of crustaceans, there's always going to be somebody that remind you, dude, you know what they eat, don't you? Oh, thank you.
Eat shit
They eat fish shit. All the fish shit that's at the bottom of the ocean, they eat it.
Here's what the shrimp has to be. I don't eat little fucking popcorn shrimp. I don't think it's got to be
the
big
biggies.
fucking
Jumbo.
good fresh jumbo shrimp, very firm to the touch like a cock.
Big veiny.
And has to be deveined.
Oh, come on.
You got to clean that shit out. Devein that motherfucker.
Hell fucking no. That
I
gives a
don't need
little
it.
flavor.
A little flavor.
Sometimes a little of that seaweed squishes out into your mouth.
A little flavor to the Jersey. No.
I can't.
The air conditioner.
I can't come up with another one. I got to come up with another one, but I don't know another one.
You know, I went to a steakhouse recently, and they came out showing out all the steaks, and then they also had lobster. And I thought the lobster was like a prop, like it was plastic, and the guy grabs it, and it's like alive. And I really like.
Oh yeah, it's a little close.
That's when my PETA thing kicks in. I just really have fucking difficulty not eating lobster. Is that they have to boil them alive?
They don't care.
Why can't they just fucking knock them out right before they do it?
Because the thing doesn't have a brain you can hit and knock out.
No, because they release hormones and then the taste goes away.
It's stupid.
Doesn't taste as good.
It's a stupid fucking shelled thing that doesn't feel the pain.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
You drop it in, its fucking claws go up like that.
It just goes up. You know what it's
What
like?
is it, watching football? No,
Let me
it's
show
in
you.
pain.
Let me show you a video. Let me show you a video of what it's probably like.
Is he doing the wave in there?
Right.
You got that one?
Why do you think his claws are now
he
out
never
of the boiling
sits back
water?
down again?
Right.
Yeah. Let me show you a video of what it's like for that lobster.
All right, first of all, I resent your real calm, I know everything tone about crustaceans.
But I do. I do.
Okay, he's
I want
starting
to
to
show you
convince
a
me.
video. Here it is. Here is exactly what the lobster
not this
goes
video.
through.
Not this.
Don't pay no attention to these two guys or anything.
No, I'm not watching this. Is somebody going to, like, fucking Joe Theismann their fucking leg here?
No.
Is somebody going to shit in somebody's mouth?
I don't like those videos either.
I don't like this. It's from another country. This is going to be
India.
bad. This is going to be bad.
No, this guy just... Oh. See, that's what the lobster feels. Instantly nothing. And his arms went up like the claws.
I think we lost Bill.
Uh-oh, Bill.
Why did he do that?
He made a boo-boo. He touched the wire
Well, you see
like
a wire
guy.
above you.
I
You
think
gotta-
he thought he was
you
just
gotta
going to
grab onto
walk
it,
along
Bill.
with it,
Yeah.
like a little arm rail thing. And and if you look longer,
I
you'll
got to
notice
admit,
his head is on
he
fire.
fell funny. Can I see that again?
He fell funny.
He sure did fall funny.
Play the whole thing out.
Well, it seems like people are saying...
Now watch. Notice.
He's on fire.
His entire head is on fire, by the way. His whole head is burning. In an instant, that guy was alive, dead.
Now, what are they yelling? Get water?
Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a delay here at the station for a little while. If you want to take the bus and transfer at Jamaica Station, that's fine. We have a dead cooking guy on the roof.
The best part of the video, but no one's, going with it with me, is the guy that goes on the train after
Oh,
this
I know.
happens. Like the train's just going to take
Like
off.
it's gonna leave. Look, he's on fire. Right
Dude,
there.
he
Look,
did
the
that.
wire is
Weren't they
burning.
yelling at him, get off the train? He's doing this on purpose. What's going on here?
No, I think he was just walking. Oh, are they trying to get him down?
Yeah, they're trying to get him
All
down.
right, they're trying to talk him down.
Are they? Because they
Oh,
ride on
see.
top of the trains.
Yeah, but
we
no,
learned that
no.
in Slumdog
You know something?
Millionaire.
I didn't even realize that. They're trying to get him down.
He's just nuts.
And wow, look at that.
That's fake.
No, that's so real.
That's CGI.
Oh, it's so real. Wow, huh? And then he was dead the second he touched it with his hands, but then his head had to hit it too. Bam! You hear that power? Bam! Bam!
The thud.
And then he
feel
just...
like he didn't electrocute someone in the train.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is great.
Oh, the fall is fantastic.
They're reporting it was a suicide, not an
accident?
An accident.
Yeah.
Come on.
He realized I touched
That
that.
seemed, yeah,
sober
they were
Johnny.
like, get down off the train. And he was like, no, I'm doing this.
That's a hell of a way to go out, though.
What? The guy felt nothing.
Fuck that aspirin
That's the lobster.
shit.
That's the
way to
lobster in
do
the
it
pot right there.
No, it isn't.
Lobster in a pot.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Lobster's dead immediately.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. It's boiling water.
No, it isn't.
His claws go out. He's done. Cooking.
No.
Cooking. No.
No. If I dropped you in boiling water, would you instantly be dead?
I'm not a lobster. I got a brain.
A lobster doesn't have a brain.
No, it has a brain that fucking... It's barely a brain that controls its fucking
Oh, this
instincts.
is the arrogance of man. I know what a lobster's
Tell
thinking.
me. Tell me. Where is it written that a lobster has a divine spark? Come on, bright eyes. At least they spit it out today. And they're tasty as shit. They really are good.
No, they're delicious.
Yeah.
I would like to continue eating them. I'm just saying, just give it a little right hook before you put it in the pot.
Right hook.
Give it a couple shots of brandy. Can you do something for it?
Nah.
2 in the back of its little lobster head.
That's going to be a messy lobster. Going to be picking shells out.
I don't know. It just
After
doesn't.
dip it in the butter.
You know what? In the next life, when you come back,
I hope you come back a
fucking-
lobster and they put you in a pot. Here you go. What's this guy doing?
he's got a knife and there's a lobster.
What did he do? It's a magic trick?
What's he doing?
Just for like 2 seconds. It's kind of disoriented, you know?
Oh, he clocked him in the head?
Right behind the head here. Okay, this area is normally where you just...
It's a chef. There's a lobster on a cutting board and a huge knife on what would amount to the lobster's back.
Oh,
right in.
Okay, this is the most humane way. If you're dealing with...
God damn, I think he just executed that fucking thing. Why are they laughing, though? That's a little...
Because it's a lobster.
Well, apparently, that's supposedly the most humane way to
Yeah.
kill the lobster before you cook it. Is you just kind of
That's like they got
get him in the
fucking-
sweet spot.
That's how they got Maury in the fucking car in Goodfellas with the fucking ice pick. Wow. I just didn't think he'd ever shut the fuck up.
You know what it is? The reality is I'm just too spoiled, is that I can just go to the grocery store and get food.
Right.
So I'm not hungry enough. You know, you get past a certain
Living
level of hunger.
things.
Oh, yeah, I choke out my dog. I told you I got a dog, right?
Choke him out.
You got a dog?
Yeah, I did. Check this fucking
You got
thing.
a pit bull, right?
I got a blue-nosed pit bull. Look at that motherfucker.
Oh, fuck.
Look at the mouth on that thing.
It's the greatest guy. Dude,
Like a
I'm telling
steam
you,
shovel.
there's such... The shit that people say about these dogs, I'm
Yeah.
sure it's true, but when it's your dog, they love you.
Of
and,
course
dude, you
it does.
walk down
Right
the
until it
street.
bites your
I've been
face.
doing this joke in my act. I said it's like having a gun you can pet. You just walk down the street. People just get the fuck out of the way. It's awesome.
A gun you could pet.
It's awesome. It's the best.
Does it ever
goddamn-
show anger in front of you?
No, it's
When you're
really
just
no.
hanging out?
It's been, dude. You know what it is? Any dog has the potential to bite you, but these things have the potential to rip your face off. Little dogs, when they're barking at you, are not like, I'm gonna bite your pinky. They're thinking, I'm gonna rip your face off. They just can't
They
fucking
can't
do it.
They don't have the goods.
These things can actually do it. So I find that people who have dogs like these, I mean, you definitely have like morons and shit, but like you feel more of a responsibility. When you see dogs off leash, 9 times out of 10, they're those little fucking Paris Hilton dogs, and they keep running up to her. She doesn't do anything. She just sort of looks at them, but eventually I know there's going to be a lawsuit.
Just going to bite the head off of one of those fucking little
And,
yappy
I won't get
dogs.
sued. I already looked at it. If my dog's on a leash and yours isn't, and you come running up and you're talking shit.
You're already looking at what the fucking get you in trouble with this dog, aren't you?
No, my girl got it when I was on the road, right?
That's always a nice thing for girls to do.
This is what
by the
she
way.
does. She goes, okay, I did something. This is the message. I did something. It involves both of us. But don't worry, I think you're going to like it. And I find out, and she goes, okay, I agreed to foster this dog for a week. I'm like, what does that mean? She goes, I'm watching a friend's dog for a week. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. It's a week. It's great.
What's up with that?
The next time I call her, and she goes, okay, yeah, so the dog's here. It's awesome. And at the end of the week, if we want to keep it, we can. And if not, they take it to the shelter, and they're probably going to put it down. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Great.
Then I find out it's a fucking pit bull, right? And then I'm coming back on a Monday. She spent 2 days with the dog. She thinks she's going to go to work, and I'm just going to meet the dog in the apartment.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Hey, how
fuck
do you
I
do?
am. You're taking that hellhound to work with you. I'm going home, and I'm sitting in my apartment. When you come home, you call me, and I'll go downstairs, and I'll meet you and the dog in the driveway, and we'll all walk in together, which we did. And the dog was kind of looking at me like, dude, what's up with you? And then I just pointed to a picture of me on the mantle. I'm like, I'm the guy paying the fucking bills.
Yeah.
And it's been cool ever since. And I was all ready to get rid of it, but dude,
Wreck
after
anything?
2 days, I fell in love with her. I was just like, this
Did
is
it wreck anything?
It took one swipe at a door, and then that was it. It had a little bit of separation anxiety. It gets freaked out when you put it in the car. It doesn't want to go in the car because it got banded. It just stands there fucking shaking. I got to pick it up like a baby deer and get it into my.
You got paw prints in your car now? Kind of
No.
smells like dog.
Was it a
No,
puppy?
no.
Puts its bare asshole on your carpet when it sits down. Does its little asshole go right on the carpet?
No,
Or
it doesn't.
does it? No.
No.
What's
Creepy.
What
sort of dog
This
fetish
is
do you
what I'm
have?
thinking. No, now I got your attention. That's what I was trying to do.
No, you
This is
weren't,
why I
you
don't know-
weirdo.
Yes, it
Don't
is.
try to spin it
'Cause
around
here's
after
what
I
have.
said that. Oh, that's exactly what I was trying to do. I was trying to
Exactly.
think that I had some weird dog fetish.
No.
You know, Anthony,
When
I
you
thought I
have
was
a
going to go the whole
dog-
fucking show without arguing with you, and then you had to get all fresh.
Dogs are meant for outside.
No,
yes, they are. When a dog takes
You know
a
what,
shit,
Anthony? You
and
should be
comes
living
your
in a
house,
fucking treehouse.
It comes in your house
With a
and then
loincloth.
sits. When a dog sits, it doesn't sit on its tail or on a fucking diaper. Its asshole is now on the carpet. Or people that let it up on their furniture and it sits on the couch. Then you put your head right where dog asshole was.
And then what happens?
Who wants to do
Then what
that?
happens?
Then you got fucking dog asshole face.
No, come on.
Yes.
Was it a
I don't-
puppy? Or is it a puppy?
It's a year and a half old. We have no idea what it's done. It looks like it was about 27 and 2 when we picked it up.
That's a great line.
It had been bit once. Yeah, still like his
that's a
front
great line.
paws was still wrapped. Still had the wraps on it.
Perfect dog for you, by the way. No surprise that you said it's a pit bull. None
Dude,
whatsoever.
I've always been terrified of these fucking dogs, and now I absolutely, totally sold on the breed because I've had one for 6 weeks and nothing has happened yet.
Right, 6 weeks.
Shows love when you come in.
Oh yeah, it's beyond. But I've learned a lot of shit though. But like as far as having separation anxiety, you can't make a big deal about you leaving or coming home. So when it sucks because when it's flipping out when I come home, you got to kind of ignore it a little bit till it calms down. And now it's been totally cool. And it doesn't fucking drag its asshole across the
No, I
mattress.
didn't mean
And
drag,
it's
it
not.
just has
It's
to
not up
sit.
on the furniture.
Just has to sit.
No asshole prints in your apartment?
Is it a
Bill?
male? Is it a male?
No, it's a
No,
female.
female.
All right. Okay. Good. When they go into heat, that's nice. Is it fixed?
No.
All right. Good.
It's going to bleed all over the place.
Bleed.
It's going to be
It's
great.
going to fucking bleed.
It's going to be great.
Yeah.
No,
You
I'm
get
going to
fucking little
I'm going to get it fixed.
Rorschach
I got to get it
tests
fixed.
all
Even
over
though
your
I said in
fucking
my
house.
thing, I if I ever got a dog, I'd
You'd
keep
never
his
get it
balls.
fixed. Yeah.
But the balls don't bleed all over the apartment.
No, they just get that white cummy shit that comes out of the dog dick when they lay down.
First of all, Anthony, to act like you're not some sort of filthy animal yourself, and the amount of fucking Anthony DNA in your L-shaped couch after you
my
play
shit.
video games for fucking 11 hours.
My shit. Not doggy shit.
Oh, all right. Well, I found a new line.
You're so funny. I can't wait till you're fucking beating this thing over the head with a frying pan trying to get its goddamn crocodile jaws off of some kid. Fucking dog piece of shit.
What was I
love
thinking?
him. He's great. Fuck. Just seeing your fucking career going down a toilet bowl with some
Dude, you know
kid
what it is? It's
screaming.
everything that I said I wasn't going to do.
Yes.
I said I wanted to get a puppy. I said rescue dogs were out of their fucking mind. And not only do I get a rescue dog, I get fucking
a killer.
I get Posey. I get Posey from the Dirty Dozen.
Can we be happy?
Stop pushing!
Can we be
Come on,
happy?
stick him. Stick him.
Can we just be happy for Bill for loving something,
All
Anthony?
right. Yeah, I can be.
All right.
No,
Happy
it's
for Bill.
I absolutely.
He's got a little smile when he talks about his dog.
I love the
I'm just
dog.
not a
I love
dog
it. I
person.
miss it
What's
when
the
I'm
name?
on the road.
What's the name of the dog?
Cleo.
Oh, okay. Can't beat you up
See,
too bad over that.
That's good.
Yeah, you
Cleo-
can. It's
Cleo's an
it's
all right
short
name.
for Cleopatra. Somebody else named it because it called it Cleopatra because it was so beautiful.
Aw, that's sweet. I'm just not a dog person, Bill. It's not me. Yeah.
Really, I didn't notice. I know. What if you fucking stuck it in a pot of fucking boiling water? It doesn't feel anything. It's a furry crustacean.
Dogs are
Not a
mammals.
dog
They
person,
feel
not a people person.
No, I am a people person.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be the right people.
Yeah.
The ultimate game. That's what he considers them.
Person,
Rick in
I have a
Florida.
big pot that I put people in and say it doesn't hurt them.
Dogs sit on their hind legs, Ant, not assholes.
Yeah, all right.
That's Rick in Florida.
All right, Rick. Whatever you want to
Oh, well,
say.
this guy.
Yeah, well, then they lay down. Their balls and dick are on the
Right,
on the
it's on
floor,
the thing.
too.
David-
And the male dog that gets that yellow, white, pussy shit that comes out of the tip of their fucking dick sheath.
I hate when they sit there and they say too, like when a dog licks you on the face, like you're not supposed to be repulsed. Be like,
cleaner than
it's
any-
cleaner than fucking shut up.
Yeah, just licked his asshole and
Damon in Jersey. Damon.
Licked his asshole.
they
You
do.
really
They
are-
lick their assholes.
They don't.
Dogs lick their assholes.
They
sit there,
don't.
They look at you up with that look like, don't look at me. And
They
they're
don't.
just licking their ball sack, their asshole. They do. They lick their assholes. How do you think they clean
All right,
them?
let's
What,
go
they
to-
wipe?
They
They use
lick
the
their-
fucking.
they don't lick
use
their
the
ass.
comfort wipe
No.
for dogs.
They don't toss their own salad.
Sure they do.
Let's go to Damon. Damon's got some advice for Bill. Damon.
Hey, it's Jameson in Jersey. What's up, fellas?
Oh, that's
hey, Bill, I'm in your favorite city right now, fucking dirty Philly. Anyway, fucking hate this city. Anyway, listen, you know what happens when this fucking dog gets lockjaw around some 5-year-old girl's neck? You know what you got to do, right? You got to stick your finger up its ass to let it to make the jaw let go.
Oh, is it? What is
that really what you're supposed to do?
That sounds like an urban myth.
Look it up.
All right. Thank you. Because we started the show with 2 hours of material, we got to get out of here soon. But the shrimp story that I brought to the show here.
Oh, right.
So we asked if you like shrimp.
I guarantee you dachshunds fucking bite more people. It just never makes the news.
Yeah, because they rarely rip the face off of old ladies or children.
I'm going to get a pit bull.
There's no...
Dude, they're great.
There's no
And you know
beagle
what?
fights.
You wouldn't have to deal with fucking... You know, if Anthony was your cunty next door neighbor, if you got one of those, you wouldn't have to deal with them. He'd
Really?
slither right into his fucking
I don't deal with them anyway.
video
the
game
neighbors.
hole.
Yeah. I have my backyard. I'm fenced in. I don't care. Got my artillery. That's all I need. Don't need a fuzzy fucking
Actually,
dog.
you know what? You really annoyed me that you made fun of my dog.
See, he's very protective. Look at Phil.
Look at
He's
that.
like a
Look
little
at that.
daddy.
Look at that. Like,
I'm
cute.
saying it isn't an adorable
It's a fucking
dog.
great dog.
Dog is a very good-looking dog.
Do you miss it now that you're in New York?
Yeah. I'm actually on the road. Yeah.
Do you talk to it? Does
Put it on the phone?
No, when I Skype. Yeah, when I Skype. I whistle to it and I watch it cock its head. I do that shit. Watch the thing looking at me, like trying to figure out, like I hear him,
How does that
but
work?
I don't know where he is. I'm actually worried because I've only had him for 6 weeks and I'm gone for a month that she's going to forget who I am.
Shit, yeah.
And then fucking grab me by the jugular when I come through the door.
So it is in the back of your mind a little bit.
Oh, yeah, it totally is.
yeah,
Well,
okay.
my problem, too, is I like to roughhouse with dogs, so I really have to watch.
Shit.
I think
I put her in a half full Nelson, you know,
Yeah.
get her in the airplane spin, put her down on the rug.
Grab the jowl. Do you grab the jowls and twist the head?
No, you
around
know
a
what the
little
big
bit?
thing is? You can't play. You play that tug of war game, then you fucking turn them into maniacs.
Oh, yeah.
You can give them a couple of jabs.
When they do that, and they pull back, and it's amazing how they can get such footing. I don't know how dogs can get that
Oh,
footing where
dude,
you can't.
this fucking dog,
buck.
I could water ski behind it. Dude, when it crouches down low when it wants to go somewhere, it's like a marine. It's just like, going under barbed wire.
Oh, shit.
That's great.
No, I finally realized, whenever you see these guys with pit bulls and they have like the chain leash, because you feel like when you got that little strap one, it's going to break.
Yeah.
It's not just to scare the I mean, part of it's to be like, oh, look at me, I'm a big macho guy with my dog. But, I'm telling you.
You need a metal chain.
Yeah, when that thing wants to go somewhere, like, I'm getting like Popeye forearms walking this.
You should get a skateboard or something. Let him just pull you
Or
along.
rollerblades like the dog whisperer and look like a douche as
does
I
he
go
do
down the
that?
street.
We
No,
have- we have 3 minutes and they're going to cut us off today?
Yeah.
Is that real?
No, we're not going to get cut off,
We got
but
breaks,
you're going to
though,
take
and
Ron and Fez time away.
We're into the R and F show.
All
As
right,
they
let's
call
get
it.
the shrimp story out of the way here.
All right.
Doing nothing.
What kind of an
It's
awful
just a
parent?
shrimp. I don't like shrimp. Why? What's wrong with it? Don't put it in my face. Put it in your face. Touch it. What is wrong with it? It's just a shrimp. You eat it. Touch it. Like that with one finger. No. Come on. Don't be a wuss. Don't be a big baby. Just touch it.
They
I like
just
this.
made a stripper.
Old school.
You know what?
Oh my God.
That's old school parenting
You know
right
what?
there.
Yeah, that is old school.
Go fuck yourself. Jesus
What horrible
Christ.
parents.
Don't be a
Horrible.
wuss.
Go fuck yourself.
Those are the worst parents ever.
Ah,
You know what?
Christ.
It's because she videotaped it that
Yeah.
made it bad.
Yeah.
But
How bad-
other than that was pretty
how
much my
bad do you need to
childhood.
How do
be
you scare your child like that? Look at her face. Danny just freeze framed. The poor girl
Fuck
is
this
so
woman.
scared. How do you petrify your kid like that?
What about the guy? Have you seen that? You know that crazy graphic where you think you're playing a video game and all of a sudden like that alien comes on
yeah,
screaming?
yeah.
Screams.
That guy who did that to his kid,
Yeah. Oh, the kid
and
was
he's like,
fucking.
"Daddy, why?"
Why?
No, like that's how you raise a really sadistic human being.
Yeah. They just made a stripper right there. In that moment, they made a stripper.
Or an angry comedian.
Yeah.
Or a radio show host.
Yeah.
Kid's definitely getting in show business.
Yeah. Look at that poor kid's face. It's horrible. What is that under? Where can you find that, Danny?
If you
Cunty
YouTube,
mothers.
Scared Shrimpless.
Scared Shrimpless. The shrimp is in quotation marks.
Jesus.
Scared Shrimpless.
What are the comments? Are they pissed off?
Worst mother ever.
Good. Fuck that.
That's
woman.
horrible. LMAO.
Your mean mom.
Love shrimp mom.
And everyone who's laughing had a childhood like that, and they think it's fucking funny.
Exactly.
But how bad would you want to like scare the shit out of the mom like she just did to that kid? Like make her walk across a mall parking lot late at night?
What could you put in her face?
Right, something that just scares the fuck out
homeless
of her.
guy's dick.
Right.
Just
something.
touch it, you wuss.
Dude,
Yeah,
you know
what's
what would be
wrong?
great? If the kid was smart enough to know to just fucking... Oh, are we done? Shit.
Are we
God damn
done?
it, I hate it.
Oh.
To just
Wrap
know
up.
to lay there with fake blood out of her mouth on the bed, like she's dead, and then have the mother walk in and be like, "Oh my god!" and the kid just goes, "Ha ha ha." Well, looking like just put some fake blood on the back of your pants and leave the window open, like something horrible happened.
Speaking of which, Jim Norton in West Palm Beach
Yes.
this weekend. Go down and check out his shows.
All right. Well, Bill's going to be here tomorrow. BillBurr.com, but July 13th, Punchline in San Francisco, a great comedy club.
Yeah,
Bill
it's
will
awesome.
be there. PunchlineComedyClub.com. All right. We'll see you tomorrow
All
with
right,
Bill
man.
Burr.
Later.